making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screams, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's happening for the Make This the Summer Sales event.
Right now, you can save up to $19,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs. That means you can not only take home one of America's favorite trucks while saving thousands, you also get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And we have new Rams starting as low as $35,995.
Wow, that's the biggest savings of the year. And I've not seen a warranty like that on a truck in a really long time.
That's why Ram is one of America's favorite trucks. Plus, with over 600 Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
19,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs after dealer discount and factory incentive. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade. 500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 this net savings. $35,995 price for 2026 Ram 1500 tradesman. VIN number 421999. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
KHD HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
Now. I don't know how I feel about Carmichael Dave. I feel like exposed. You looked through our entire show. Some things are not supposed not for your eyes, pal.
It's like a peeping Tom feeling.
My social security number's in there.
Well,
right?
That's a requirement to work on the show. It's like our collateral.
Yeah, we're like, if you don't put that in, you're not allowed to look at that where I'm down.
If you work on the show, you have to put your social security number and your a copy of your birth certificate in the rundown.
Believe me, no one would want to steal my identity.
That's not true at all.
Oh, yeah. It's very true.
Come on, get your social media accounts.
Are you on a no-fly list?
Yeah, what?
No, just like, why would you want to live my life? That'd be pathetic.
Well.
Happy Thursday.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Why is there another day after this? Not of life.
It's been one of them.
We love those.
One of them weeks.
One of them weeks. It's like we're so close and so far. Hey, at least we have NFL football tonight.
We do. We have 2 games.
And thankfully, the NFL preseason schedule makers smiled upon us and said, hey, here's the Raiders and Niners again on the same night. Those are the only 2 games. Raiders versus Texans at 5. I think it's at 5. And then you have a late night game tonight. It's like a 7 o'clock kickoff, the Niners and Chargers.
Got to get my caffeine going.
You're going to make me stay up till 10 p.m. to watch a preseason game? Fine, I'll do it.
It's getting us ready for basketball season, that's for sure.
Right. At least the Kings only have like one 8 o'clock tip this year.
Yeah.
Those
But
8
still,
o'clock games.
I mean, it's still past my bedtime because I'm an early.
You are.
Early going to bedder.
Yeah.
What if that's even a thing?
You
I
need
just
to-
made it up.
But you're up at like, hey, I have. You get up at like 4 a.m. for no
4:30.
reason.
Yes, I do. I go to work out. There's a reason.
You could work out at night though.
No, that's not how I function. This is not how I function.
Working out at night kind of sucks.
Yeah, you have no energy. The last thing you want to do is go home and go work out. I want to go home. First of all, I got to go home and take care of Mr. Redimus.
Full name?
I just kind of call him Redimus. He's He's got a lot of nicknames. But yeah, so I have to, do my duties, and I like to cook dinner, so it takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But today I got to take him to the vet.
Rolling out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. The last thing that I would want to do is exercise.
Everybody is so different.
Just rolling out of bed like a sack of potatoes. I'm the kind of person that I'm like an old computer that needs to boot up in the morning.
You're like AOL,
No, seriously. When I first wake up, which is very difficult with a kid, but I need to sit up and either just stare at the ceiling for 5 minutes or either look at my phone or do something just to calibrate. Just to download the day's settings, because it just takes a little while for old Matt to boot up. Once we get there, we get there. But just sometimes the computer, a little spinny wheel,
Oh yeah, mine does that plenty.
Anyone ever had a computer that you had to you turned it on and then you left the room because it needed a little bit of time to get the old noodle working? Those old classic Windows computers. Yeah, that's me sometimes in the morning. Just need a little boot up time. Got to get all the pop-ups out of the way.
What usually boots you up? Because for me, it is working out. That is what boots me up. But for other people, it's a cup of coffee. For some people, it's a forced kid screaming and crying. For another, it's a dog saying, I need to go potty.
I'm just gradual. I'm just a gradual ramp-upper.
Okay.
I'm at my peak energy typically at night. Although, that's
Psycho.
Old Matt. Old Matt, college Matt, night owl. Didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. That was classic Matt.
What time do you go to bed now? Since you're not
I
doing
get
the late
tired,
hours.
really tired at 9 p.m., and I don't like it.
Okay.
Anthony, I know you'll understand this. Being a gamer and a dad, you only get to game
guys are so
typically
funny.
once the family goes to bed.
Being a gamer and a dad, it takes a lot.
Well, it's a real thing.
A lot of responsibility
It's a
on
real
your shoulders.
thing. You have your gaming time, but it has to be after everybody goes to bed. So my son will go to bed at 8:30 or whatever. So I'll boot up a game at 9 p.m. and I'm tired.
No, I get that.
I get 30 minutes of game time in, and then I want to go to sleep. And then a 14-year-old kicks my butt on a video game, and I'm like, okay, I'm over this.
They're on Adderall. They've been there for 5 hours
Right,
already. They're having a great time.
Chugging Mountain Dew on a Wednesday. I'm like, great. Good for y'all.
Counter-Strike takes 45 minutes to play one game. I have 10 minutes to play a game. Gaming's gone. I'm not even a dad.
And
It's
that's
just out.
okay. So that is what I'm going to compare my working out to. You are so you don't even have joy in it. Like Spencer says in the chat, the YouTube chat, which by the way you can join along. We got all of our great viewers here. He's like, it's a chore by the time it's nighttime. So I want to be able to enjoy my workout.
Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to work out is definitely a chore.
4:30 is early. I wake up at 6 to work out.
But you guys,
how is that not a chore?
But that's how I ramp up. 4:30 I wake up. I go do my lymphatic drainage of, like I told you guys about
Jump
yesterday.
around.
Here we go
Yep,
again.
jump around, do the jade roller, feed Red, then take my vitamins, whatever, and then I go out the door. So I'm out the door by about 5:10.
Nah. Not for me, fam. Have you seen those videos? That's what you should do. I need a day in the life of Kayla Anderson social media video.
I'm sure everyone would love that.
Influencers do that. This is me waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I set up my phone in the corner
I
on
want
the
to do that to
tripod.
make money. Because these people, if they have a following, they make money.
Influence, absolutely.
But I cannot get myself to be that person.
Yeah,
I just don't want to show
Let
let
me
me show you a day in the life.
Exactly, but let me set up my phone
Yeah,
on a
I
tripod
don't
in the
have time to
corner,
do
and then
that
I'm going to
anyway.
climb back into bed, and then I'm going to get out of bed, and I'm going to put 4:45 a.m. on the screen, making you think it's 4:45 a.m., but I'm actually recording this at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
F you don't know the power of editing.
Have you seen the one where the time changes in the middle of him jumping into the pool. It's
Oh,
like because
really?
it has the time what he's doing everything, and it changes like 4 minutes in between him jumping and going.
That's funny.
And he doesn't even know. It's such a good video. I'll
Well,
show you guys this one. It's really funny.
It's funny. For example, Matt's bringing this up, and it's funny you said that because last night I was doom scrolling on TikTok because I couldn't go to bed, and Fred Warner's wife keeps popping up, and she's very beautiful lady and seems very nice, but she does all of those because she's got thousands of followers. But it's like, get ready with me as I go and get ready for a girls' day with the girls. And I'm just like, okay, this has got to be exhausting to do all the time.
Yeah, no.
Like, of showing yourself all the time. That's a lot.
The only get ready video with me video that I've ever watched to completion because it's fun is there's a woman that does her makeup, but her fiance edits the video, and he just messes with her the entire time. Those are the best. It's like, get ready with me, but my fiance edits the video, and then he throws filters on it and stuff like that. Those are
pretty
gold
funny
because he's awesome. But that's it. Yeah, not really my cup of tea. Not just the get ready. Like, first off,
Get ready with me, Matt. We should both do one.
You'd be bored
and
out
then
of your
we'll
mind.
bring it to the show, and we'll have people vote on what was the more entertaining narrative of getting up with them in the morning.
Here's my wife and
I think
I's
we're gonna do it.
messy-ass bedroom covered in
No, I love
laundry
it.
because
Let's
we have
do it.
a kid. And then here's me taking a shower, and I take long showers, so it's just me standing in the shower for 10 minutes calibrating.
Let's do it.
Then it's me ultimately, inevitably rushing my son out the door to get to school on time.
That would be exciting to see. I want to see, and we might have to beep out some parts.
No,
but definitely in
not
mine.
that bad.
Definitely in mine with
Not
Red.
that bad. My son moves at his own pace. My son is the classic though. Like Monday through Friday, gotta shake him awake to get him up for school. Saturday, no school, up at 6 a.m. Why are you the way you are?
Of course.
Why do you do that?
Kids get more excited when they don't have to go to school.
That's a good point. He wants to watch his cartoons. Wants to watch Bluey. Great show though. Love Bluey.
It's a good show. Red has a Bluey toy.
Breaking news-ish kind of in the NBA. It is a
your
little
favorite
bit.
guy?
My bestest buddy.
Wow.
According to Shams Charania, James Harden
Here he is.
has agreed to a new 3-year, $97 million contract to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yay!
Oh.
Yay, Cavs. They've been busy, huh?
Yeah, they have.
They
They've
traded
been
away
really
Dennis
busy.
Schroeder. They traded for Peyton Watson, and we'll get to that in the next segment because the Denver Nuggets, and I low-key hope that our program director Richie is listening because he's from Colorado. Your Nuggets are screwed, pal. Financially, they have put themselves in cap hell, and the second apron is kicking their ass. So much so that they lost their most promising young player. They could not afford to keep him, and even after trading him away, they're still over the second apron.
That sucks.
So we'll talk about the Denver Nuggets, and later on in the show, during the lunch break segment today, we'll talk about how Scott Perry and the Kings need to be paying very close attention to what's happening around the league right now with teams figuring out and failing at navigating these aprons, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned about if the Kings were to build a legitimate title contender or a good team, how not to financially handle it. Hey, at least the Denver Nuggets won a title a couple years ago, but I don't think they're going to win another one. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But James Harden heading back to Cleveland. We all saw it coming. Whoop-de-doo, good for them. But apparently the Sacramento Kings are starting a series of veteran workouts in Sacramento this week. This is all according to Jake Fisher. Now, he only mentions a couple of names in here, but him tweeting a series of veteran workouts suggests that there are more players coming through than what are listed in this tweet. If you're doing a series of veteran workouts, but it's only 2 different guys you're bringing in, it's not a series, just a pair. We know they've already worked out Victor Oladipo here in Sacramento. Nothing's come of that so far. The Kings still have plenty of time before training camp to ultimately make a decision. But the 2 names that reportedly are coming through for workouts, or at the very least are on the Kings' radar, are Cameron Payne, also known as Campaign, and Elfrid Payton.
What a name.
What?
Elfrid
Payton.
Elfrid.
I learned this morning that Elfrid Payton is one of Anthony's all-time favorite basketball players from his time with the New York Knicks.
I know, because I saw him smile over there like, oh, geez.
Anthony adores Elfrid Payton and hopes more than anything that Elfrid Payton becomes a Sacramento King.
False.
Well, let's start with him. Elfrid Payton has played 524 games over his NBA career. He's a 6'3" point guard at 32 years old. He'll be 32 for the majority of the season. Over his career, he's averaged just shy of 10 points, 4 rebounds, and just shy of 6 assists per game. Elfrid Payton has not played in the NBA since the 2024-25 season. So he did not play last season. That 24-25 season, he spent time with both the New Orleans Pelicans and the Charlotte Hornets. But the 2 seasons before that season, he played 1 year in Puerto Rico and then another year in the G League before fighting his way back into the NBA, and he played 24 games. So he hasn't played in a while, and he, like, his prime years were, I mean, he was drafted by the Orlando Magic once upon a time. His prime years were late in Orlando, like 2017, 2018. Then he was traded to, was that Philadelphia or Phoenix? Sorry. Then spent some time with the Pelicans. Then went to the Knicks, where he became Anthony's favorite player. He's the definition of a
journeyman.
No, he's just he's the definition of a average backup point guard.
Yeah, and a journeyman.
If there's anything that he does well, he's a good distributor. Like his assist numbers are pretty solid for the vast majority of his career. Even going back to his rookie season, he averaged 6.5 assists per game. He peaked at 7.6 assists in New Orleans. He is, when he gets the minutes, he is a pretty darn good distributor. So if you're looking for the quote-unquote backup point guard to take on the quote-unquote backup floor general responsibilities because you believe either Malik Monk or Neek Clifford or whoever cannot handle those responsibilities, well, that, I guess Elfrid Payton would check that box for you. The problem is Elfrid Payton is useless beyond the three-point arc.
Yeah.
He can't shoot. He's a 28% career three-point shooter. Defenses play way off of him when he's on the perimeter because there's no reason to fear him. And the Kings are already coming off of a season where they were dreadful three-point wise. Last in three-point attempts and second to last in three-point shooting percentage. To be a modern-day successful guard, you have to be able to space the floor and shoot. And, Elfrid Payton has not done that at any point in his career, and expect that to change at 32 years old after being basically out the league for the last handful of years. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the names, and you're going to talk about another one here in a minute, the names that we're hearing, at least immediately, they're not anything to bat an eye on, in my opinion. You just went through the stats. I look at this as, and I don't even, because I don't know a great amount on their leadership side of things.
Yeah.
They're veterans,
they are
technically, because they've been, in the league for a minute. They've been around. They've played the position for a minute. But I think there's a difference between being a mentor that actually has kind of like a Westbrook background to it and knowing like also he can do it really well. And then having just a guy come in that's above 30 who's just played a lot and thinking that they're just going to be the right quote-unquote mentor for a guy like Darius Acuff Jr. Because that's kind of what I feel like they've been still wanting if they're bringing in all these point guards, because these point guards don't scream. If Darius Acuff Jr. gets hurt for some reason and has to miss some time, that this is going to be the first guy off the bench. I'd say one of the other guys, and Neek and Malik would be more so one of the guys off the bench rather than one of these guys. So I'm just thinking still that this is a mentor / just having some depth there move, but these two names in particular don't mean much to me.
But just because you have years of service and 500 plus games in the NBA as a point guard doesn't mean that makes you the right. And I know you're not saying this. I'm just speaking in general.
That's what I'm saying.
It just doesn't mean that you're the right mentor for a offensively gifted guard.
That's what I said. I don't think they're the right. So that's why I'm confused on if that's their whole, like, it seems to be that is the reason for wanting to bring in another point guard. But it doesn't make sense with the names they're bringing in for mentorship.
I don't know if Perry is reaching to try and kill multiple birds with one stone. Yeah. Like, it just depends on, like, what is the goal here?
I don't know.
Are you looking for a third ball handler that's going to take that one of those last roster spots, more than likely not play for the vast majority of the season, break glass in case of emergency, but in the locker room, they're vets that I guess you respect. Like, and I don't know Elfrid Payton personally. Yeah. I've never covered him. I don't know Cameron Payne personally. I've never covered him. They could be great, wonderful guys, and I have no idea. What do I think Darius Acuff Jr. has to learn from either of those two?
No.
I don't like.
And can I add one more thing, Matt, to that? And I'm not speaking for Darius Acuff Jr., but I'm trying to put myself into the shoes of a 19-year-old who was the 6th round overall pick, who I think if you're going to look to someone to actually be your mentor, shouldn't it be someone, no offense against these two guys, but shouldn't it be someone who's had some success and has maybe kind of made a name for themselves for a reason, and that Acuff can have that respect for from the jump? Because I'm not saying you wouldn't respect these guys, but I don't know if I would respect these guys to the point where I'm listening to what they've said, because it's not like their careers have been extremely successul.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I'm not saying you, I'm saying me, want to be careful, because what we're not saying is you have to be a established Hall of Fame type talent to the level of a Russell Westbrook in order to be a good mentor. That's not, like, a lot of journeymen end up being fantastic mentors because they've experienced a lot. Or you talk about, like, some of the best coaches in NBA history were former players that weren't stars because they knew what it took to grind to get there. So, again, I absolutely think that, I guess, Cameron Payne and Elfrid Payton could teach Acuff a thing or two, but so can pretty much everybody on this roster to some extent.
At that point, yeah.
You're going to learn. I mean, Acuff's going to learn things from second-year players Nick Clifford, Maxime Renaud, and Dylan Cardwell, because they just recently went through what it was like to be a rookie, and he's going to probably get some advice from them. I still think Domantas Sabonis is going to be the guy to have the most influence on Darius Acuff Jr., primarily on the court, but also as someone who they're going to spend so much time together, in theory, working on their two-man game, that while they're spending time together, Sabonis could teach him a thing or two about what it's like to be a pro in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, I just do not subscribe to this belief that you have to use this roster spot for anything other than what Doug McDermott was last season.
So then if that's the case, Matt, from the way I'm seeing it, I think they should go look for another position that isn't necessarily the point guard position.
What, like a wing?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a ton out there.
Well, there's not a ton of point guards, clearly.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? We're reading off guys that have been out of the league, coming back in the league. Like, I don't know.
These are stories that outside of Sacramento, let's be honest with you, no one gives a damn about.
No.
Like, no one cares. And in fact, if you go onto Twitter right now and you read the comments under Jake Fisher's comments, one of the first things you'll see is someone saying, not sure you could write a more depressing tweet for a franchise than this. Like, this is bottom of the barrel, just filling out your roster stuff. So it's nothing worth overreacting to, but we're in the middle of freaking August and the Kings are related, so we're going to talk about it. It has nothing to do with these players or Victor Oladipo or any of them as much as it has to do with, like, what are the Sacramento Kings prioritizing with this pick. And it seems to me that Scott Perry feels that you need to have at the very least another break glass in case of emergency ball handler on the court, just in case something happens to either Acuff or Malik Monk. Because the reality is, no disrespect to Cameron Payne, no disrespect to Elfrid Payton, neither of those two can hold a candle to who Malik Monk is, what Malik Monk does, and what Malik Monk has been for the Sacramento Kings going forward. So if the conversation is these guys would be better backup point guards than Malik Monk, you lose me. But if these guys are break glass in case of emergency Doug McDermott guys, then okay.
But we don't know that. That's the craziest part about it, because we've not been able to ask anything after the point where we asked about Westbrook, and pretty much Perry said, you know, the whole thing about they're not going to bring him here because he might get paid somewhere else, and then he retired, all that stuff. other than that, we've not had any more specific conversations with him. So we don't know for sure. And I know he brought up Malik and I know he brought up Neek, but he didn't go in depth and we know that we can count on Malik to be that guy that's going to step up if Darius Acuff Jr. gets hurt. So we don't even know what Perry is thinking right now. Is he 100% certain? And is that his plan to put Malik as that guy? Or does he really truly think bringing in one of these guys can be the dude that steps up if Acuff goes down? There's still a lot of gray area there, which I wish we could talk to Scott at this point.
Absolutely. But even so, I don't know how much Scott would divulge necessarily. I don't know. I don't know what you could expect to find available right now that is anything more than filling out the bottom end of a roster.
Yeah, of course. It's one spot.
Like, is this what we're talking about here? Like, if you do not have faith in Malik Monk's ability to be your backup point guard, well, then you're screwed anyway. Because there's not, no one's walking through that door. I know Alan loves the idea of, Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent, shout out Stockton guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Gabe Vincent is a more recognizable name that could potentially be available, and he's still a free agent. Maybe he is amongst the list of veterans that are going to get a workout. Or maybe he's not on their radar at all. We have no idea. But even so, if Gabe Vincent walked through that door, he's had really impressive seasons, especially his time with Miami before he went to the Lakers and got paid by the Lakers. Would I want Gabe Vincent to get the ball more than Malik Monk? Absolutely not, because I've seen what Malik can do, and I've seen in a role that the Kings still need Malik excel as kind of that six-man secondary ball handler. We don't know what Scott Perry's priorities are. But if Scott were sitting across from the table right now and trying to sell us on Cam Payne or Elfrid Payton or Gabe Vincent or a couple other names that I wrote down that are available, Seth Curry, Garrett Temple, and I love both those guys. Both of them are former Kings. If you were sitting across from me right now and trying to sell me on those five names as, no, we think these are viable backup point guard options, I would feel like you're selling me a used car.
I get it. I'm not arguing with you on that one. And I just, like you said, there's just not enough quality. And I'm not trying to put these guys down, but a no-brainer. Oh, yeah. Okay, this makes sense to bring this guy in. Unfortunately, there's just not that right now at any positions, but especially the point guard position. And it seems like even if there was a young guy that they were interested in bringing up, from G League or anything like that, that's not really what they want either, because it does seem like they want an older veteran player who can partly mentor Acuff. So it's just it kind of puts them in a box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I don't know what's in the box.
I just do not. I guess I've just gotten to the point where I'm exhausted by the Darius Acuff Jr.
Same
mentor
here.
conversation.
No, I am too.
I'm exhausted by it because I feel like you're just trying to force something that isn't that important and isn't that necessary.
Now that Westbrook's out of the picture, I don't really believe in anything.
And I know you felt strongly about Russ's ability to be a good mentor, and I think he could have been. Do I think it will ultimately matter that much? No, I don't.
Right.
Because again, the people that are most important to Darius Acuff Jr.'s development are going to be the people that he is playing with.
Yeah.
I would love for him to have a veteran that goes with him to team hotels and rides in the bus with him and teaches him what it's like to be an NBA player. Of course, that's very important, but we're already talking about a guy that before the Kings even remotely were attached to him, is a guy that we were hearing about. No, he doesn't like the big city scene. He comes from Detroit, where his favorite pastime was to listen to music and play Uno with his family. This is not a guy that you have to worry about keeping out of the clubs of Miami.
No, that's for sure.
So, what is more important to Darius Acuff Jr.? It's how he develops on the floor, and the people he's going to be playing on the floor with, i.e. a Domantas Sabonis or a Keegan Murray or even a Zach LaVine to some extent. Those guys are the ones that have the biggest amount of influence in my mind on Acuff than anybody that you're going to bring in for a veteran workout at the end of the year. If you want to take a flyer on Victor Oladipo or any of these guys, sure, awesome. But don't try and pretend that they're going to be what Malik Monk already is for this team, even if you don't believe in Malik Monk as part of your future. Just doesn't make sense to me.
And I agree with you. I was on the thing if it was Westbrook, and I gave my reasons, and I don't have to give them any more. But I don't see an obvious, like, if you're going to go that mentor route, I don't see an obvious candidate.
Yeah.
I just say go for a position of need or just go for the best player you can sign at this point.
Yeah. Well, at least the Kings aren't the Denver Nuggets. I know the Nuggets are a lot better. Trust me, I know they're a lot better. But the Denver Nuggets are getting their butts kicked by the dreaded second apron. We'll tell you about their big trade of Peyton Watson, what they got back, and the situation they find themselves in when we come back. Matt and Kayla just getting started on a Thursday, a.k.a. Friday Junior, right here on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
The groundbreaking advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally here in Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, Matt George, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Thankfully, you no longer have to travel far to get the very best in hair restoration. Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in the places where it's disappeared for years. It's a simple one-day treatment, and your new hair, it begins regrowing the very next day. And the best part, it's guaranteed to grow for life. In celebration of Advanced Hair's grand opening in Sacramento and the Bay Area, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation to find out if you qualify. 916-314-HAIR. The best team in technology in hair restoration are finally here. 916-314-HAIR, or become inspired with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-881-8686. That's 800-881-8686. 800-881-8686.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents it's local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Folsom Chevy is truck country, where great deals and a wide selection of new Silverado half-ton pickup trucks rolls through August with a 0% financing offer. Swing by the Folsom Auto Mall or go to folsomchevy.com to find out more. Folsom Chevy, together, let's drive.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
In all seriousness, I would much rather be a Denver Nuggets fan right now than a Sacramento Kings fan. I love my Sacramento Kings, of course, and I never would change. But, well, that's the reason you would want to be a Denver Nuggets fan.
I'm just joking.
I say that, preface it to say, who are we in Sacramento to be firing shots at big bad Denver, who, regardless of their financial situation right now, very much is an established playoff team in a weaker Western Conference. The West has not been weaker than the East to this capacity for a very, 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 very long time.
But it's kind of crazy, like how quickly it switched. It wasn't like a regression, like over time. It was just like, all right, all these trades happened, and here we go. The East is better than the West.
At least Giannis stayed out East, but
yeah,
LeBron went East. And then, and just in general, like the depth of the Eastern Conference is significant, and it's worth celebrating. I think it's great. I think the Eastern Conference is going to be fascinating to follow this year. The Denver Nuggets are fascinating right now, but for all the wrong reasons. Peyton Watson was one of their exciting young players. Their point of attack defender, really, really talented guard, restricted free agent, and the Nuggets could not afford to pay him. Why? Because they find themselves over the second apron. So after months of trying to figure something out, they ultimately pulled the trigger yesterday on trading Peyton Watson to the Cavs as part of a multi-team deal. This ended up being a 5-team trade that also involved like the Dennis Schroeder thing. They just basically lumped 2 different Cavs deals together. So in return, the Denver Nuggets are getting a Cavaliers 2031 unprotected first-round pick. And hey, the Kings are involved in this trade, everybody.
All right.
Because the Kings 2032 second-rounder is also going to Denver.
Okay.
Wow.
Big
listen,
time.
When Sham's tweet came out and I saw the breaking news and the Alfred Payton, I started reading, and then you ever like just scan with your eyes and you're not really reading, and then I saw Kings, I went, what?
Yeah, you're like, wait, how
the
are
Kings
they involved?
are hot. Oh, it's their second-round pick? Okay, who cares? But an unprotected 2031 first-round pick could be something. Hell, we're holding out hope that a 2031 Timberwolves pick will give us something in the De'Aaron Fox trade. So I'm not saying that the Nuggets got nothing for Peyton Watson. But at the same time, what good is a 2031 first-round pick to Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets title window that is right now open and trending more as a closing than it is opening or staying open?
Yeah.
Right? A 2031 first is like life after Jokic, not life during Jokic.
But that's what I'm wondering, man. Like, are they having these conversations? Because we also don't know what's going to go on. Speaking of Aaron Gordon, what's going to go on with an important piece when it came to the playoffs that's not been available for them? And a big reason why I feel like they can't get past that point again. Do they have a different mindset or plan right now? Because this right now, when you look at it, and I get what's going on with the money and the apron, but this is a loss for them. This is a young player that could be beneficial to them.
Absolutely.
And then they're just like, we're going to push it down the road in terms of drafting somebody else that could be that guy.
Regardless of if they have a plan or not, they're severely limited by what they can do. Because what's terrible about this deal for the Nuggets is that it does nothing to help their apron.
No.
It does. There's still, I think, $2 million over the second apron. And when you're in the second apron, the penalties are steep.
Yeah.
For example, as part of this trade, the Denver Nuggets got a $10.2 million trade exception. That's really valuable to a contending team who's looking to add like a piece or something mid-season. Like trade exceptions are extremely valuable when they're created. Except if you're a second apron team, you can't use a trade exception. So one of the major pieces they got back in this deal, they can't even use as a second apron team. On top of that, they cannot, I wrote this down, they are not able to aggregate any salaries to help them get under the second apron because when you're a second apron team, it is against the rules to aggregate salaries.
So you can't fit. Explain that a little bit because not all of us are exactly.
It's a little in the weeds, but essentially you can't
with your own players.
Exactly,
you're not able to kind of twist and
you can't move money around very easily on the books in order to make.
Which a lot of teams do sometimes, defer or whatever.
Sure, whatever it may be. Like an example, loose example is what the Kings are potentially doing with the stretch provision of DeMar DeRozan, who bring up the stretch it out whatever caramello candy bar thing from yesterday. And we'll talk about DeMar DeRozan in a second because he's involved in this entire thing. Essentially, the Nuggets are stuck. Because this season, they're paying $59 million to Nikola Jokic. Okay, he's an MVP. Who cares? Give him every penny he wants. They're paying $50 million to Jamal Murray. Then it goes up to $53 next year and $57 the year after that. Now, Jamal Murray's a really, really good point guard who is essential to their title run, and playoff Jamal Murray is a real thing. He's dealt with injury issues himself, but okay, Jamal Murray's been your number 2 there. $50 million is a lot of money for what he brings you, but you paid him probably based off of what he's done for you more than what he's going to do for you. Aaron Gordon, who's dealt with injuries, is still an essential part of that team.
Absolutely,
he's paid $33.6 million this year, $36.3 next year, then has a $39 million, I believe that's a player option at the end of it. They have Cam Johnson, who's an expiring contract at $23 million. Then they have Christian Brown's contract, which is the contract that everybody's going, this might be one of the worst contracts in the league now, because he's being paid over $20 million over the next 5 years. Like, financially, they are stuck. And their only plan is to trade one of those contracts. But the problem is, you'll probably have to give up an asset to trade one of those contracts. So if you were to trade Christian Brown's contract, you would have to attach like the 2031 pick you just got. So now you just lost Peyton Watson for nothing. It's hell.
You know what's crazy about that, too, is because, like, we talked about last year, when teams were in the playoffs, like having that guy, right? Just like having that Wembanyama or having that Jalen Brunson. But in reality, you can't just have that guy usually. Like, look at what is going on here. They have one of the best players in the league. But like they're in this type of position. Where if if you're talking about them like we are, you'd never know that.
Essentially, the apron system is working.
Yeah, it is.
Because the Denver Nuggets...
It certainly is. It's not cooking anything, though.
Nice. Excuse me. The apron system is
really... Right
I know, I had a visceral reaction to that pun of yours. The apron system's working, but also punishing the Nuggets for having a good young player that they developed that they couldn't pay because they paid some of their other players from their title window. And it's like... We'll talk about it at noon, lessons to be learned from the Kings' perspective, they're trying to build a team right now, and they're a long ways away from being even where the Nuggets are at now. But it's like it leads to the conversation of, is the apron system too harsh for penalizing forcing a team to essentially lose a young talent that they drafted and developed for nothing, essentially?
Yeah.
And I didn't even mention this. They're $2 million over the second apron, and Kayla, they still have 2 open roster spots to fill. They have to fill out the rest of their roster.
Which one of those?
They're interested in DeMar DeRozan.
Go to DeMar DeRozan.
Now,
but then how do you work that?
How much more into the apron are you willing to go for DeMar? What options
The minimum
do
that you can
have?
pay him is $3.8 million.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So now you're gonna double how much you're over the apron. And by the way, this is luxury tax too. So they're paying, I don't remember how much the ratio is, but they're paying even more money in luxury tax penalties on top of everything that the apron penalties give you. It's a mess.
It is a mess.
It
truly is. To know this, too, with a team that's been in the playoffs as of late, has won a championship not too long ago, and this is what's crazy about the NBA, because it's not just teams like Sacramento that are dealing with things or struggling to get out of a little bit of a ditch. Theirs isn't as big of a ditch, but it's problems over there in Mile High City, for sure.
This just dawned on me. The Sacramento Kings could save the Nuggets.
Okay.
He's cooking.
More?
Probably
Get
not.
that apron on.
Probably not this. Hold on, let me cook. Probably not in the summertime. I don't think they do it now. But we'll talk about Zach LaVine later in the show, and we'll dive into this in more detail, because I had this conversation with Chris Watkins yesterday on on the Matt George podcast. You want to be on the podcast? Just call it the Matt and Kayla podcast too.
Yeah,
why not? Come on over. More than likely, the value that you're going to get in a trade for Zach LaVine is, because he's a high money expiring deal, you can take on a bad contract from somebody else who's just trying to get out of financial hell. So you swap contracts, they get off the money quicker, and you get something on top of that asset. Could the Sacramento Kings knock on the door of the Denver Nuggets come trade deadline time? And I don't know if the Nuggets would do this, but go, yo, we'll take Aaron Gordon off your hands. And a pick.
Wait, Kings would do this?
Yes.
Oh, God, I'm all in.
Of course you are. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the alternative is, well, you're not taking Jamal Murray.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because Jamal Murray is a point guard and you have Darius Acuff Jr. So you're not taking Jamal Murray. Cam Johnson's an expiring contract, so that doesn't make any sense. You could take Christian Brown, but you'd probably need more money on top of that, because you're trading a $49 million player for a $21 million player. That ain't working. So financially, how are you figuring that part out?
And you want Christian Brown until 2031?
No. But if you attach some sweet, sweet draft picks on top of that, you'll start me. So it's Aaron Gordon. Hey, Nuggets, you want to get out of cap hell that you're in financially and try and build around Jokic before he goes to the horse races forever? Like, give us Aaron Gordon. Give us a future draft pick. We'll take the next 3 years of his salary off your hands.
That's not a bad idea.
You take Zach LaVine. He helps you shoot for the rest of the year, helps you in the playoffs maybe, then he's off the books. Now you're financially free, or at least have a little more wiggle room.
Not a bad idea. By the way, Aaron Gordon, also a great mentor.
Just say, yeah.
Great mentor.
I would love Aaron Gordon in Sacramento. I would love Aaron Gordon in Sacramento.
I knew I'd been manifesting for some reason.
There was a former radio host on this station for many, many years that called me an idiot for saying I would trade Marvin Bagley for Aaron Gordon.
Who was that? I thought I'd be able to get the name out
again.
again.
Might have hosted the afternoon show here for quite some time. Just say that. We'll take the break. When we come back, let's switch to football. DeZon Stribling is on the rise. And I'm not just talking about on the field and what he's been doing. I'm talking about in the sports books.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that and what we want to see with him tonight as the Niners have week 2 of the preseason against the Chargers. We'll do that next on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports to keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Carmichael Dave here. So proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners. And the community, yeah, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often.
At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes, we have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Are you looking for an easy win on game night? The Sacramento Rivercats Family Fun Pack bundles everything you need for a fun night at the ballpark. It's perfect for families or friends and makes planning so simple. Lock in your Family Fun Pack today at rivercats.com.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Is that a new bump on your dog's neck? Or is that bump just a part of his neck? Could be a bug bite. Or something way worse.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Wait, there's another bump. Right by the first bump.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Netson, Nido, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
See, now I'm starting to get obsessed with this idea that I conjured up of the Kings.
It's
of
simple.
Denver giving up a pick for
I know people
giving
think
up
it's
a
crazy.
pick to get off of some money,
Right.
and Aaron Gordon's the only money that the Kings would be willing to take. Now, straight up, it wouldn't work. The Nuggets would have to send more than just Aaron Gordon to Sacramento to take on Zach LaVine's $49 million, because as a second apron team, the Nuggets can't take on more money than what they're sending out. So there'd be
Keep manifesting it.
There'd be some workshopping to happen. the whole point is to illustrate this is a circumstance that the Sacramento Kings become valuable to teams like this. This is a circumstance where maybe Zach LaVine doesn't net you the best return. Like getting Aaron Gordon for Zach LaVine would be pretty nuts. But this is an opportunity where the Kings could potentially have leverage to bail out a cap hell team like the Denver Nuggets at the trade deadline and use Zach LaVine's expiring contract to do it. It's a possibility. Just opens up the opportunity for you to move big money that you can't get off of if you're Denver. Just saying. Could happen.
I'll keep manifesting.
Yeah, you just want Aaron Gordon in Sacramento.
I love that guy. He's
I don't
awesome.
blame you.
Would he get a jersey?
Yeah.
Of course
I covered him at Arizona.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I remember when he was
baby.
local. It was like very famous when he was in the Bay Area. It was cool.
He's just a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
I actually think he'd be a great mentor and a great vet to be in that.
Fun as hell with Acuff Jr.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. I don't know if it'd work, and he's better defending than he gets credit for.
He's a good defender.
Switching to football though.
Okay.
DeJon Stribling.
Stribley
is
complete receiver.
Steve Smith.
You clipped that? That's awesome. Good job, Anthony.
DeJon Stribling,
That's
a.k.a.
great.
Stribley to Steve Smith.
Can I say one thing real quick? It's going to be kind of gross. This reminds me of when I'm like taking Red out to go number 2 and you see a little stribble, like, and it's not a full complete.
Stribley, complete receiver.
That's what it reminds me of.
Why are you the way you are?
God made me this way.
Oh, well. Oops. We all make mistakes. Anyway.
Thank God
Thank you.
I was the
Anthony.
firstborn, not second.
DeJon Stribling, not Stribley, or whatever image you just planted in people's heads, is on the rise. According to a couple of different sports books, Stribling has jumped from 14th to 5th best odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Holy smokes.
In just 2 weeks, one preseason game.
Insane.
Moving on up. I'm sure the injury to Ricky Pearsall also helped things a little bit with that too. But the point is, Stribling is turning some heads. He's impressing people.
Yeah.
He was very impactful. And of course, the preseason game against the Tennessee Titans last week. We'll see how he plays tonight, as he's expected to get some run against the Chargers this evening. But what was impressive to me, Kayla, was he built off of the really impressive preseason performance with apparently a really good day at joint practices.
Yeah.
And as you've illustrated, joint practice oftentimes is the more important of the two.
Mhm.
If you can perform in joint practice, especially against other teams like top guys, that means you're a legitimate player and you're a playmaker.
Yeah.
And Stribling has been arguably the most impressive. It's like him and Osa Odigizua have been the most impressive players in Niners camp so far.
And that's what you have to do to prove that you are worthy of getting more reps, more snaps, whatever you want to call it. He came in, yes, as the Niners' first pick this year, which was top of the second round, but he also came in not guaranteed anything, and especially not guaranteed to be a second receiver for them or even third. I mean, I'm going to be honest, like there was work to be done. And to his credit, with everything that has happened, and it's been a bummer for the Niners that they lost Pearsall, but this is why we love sport, because when somebody goes down, it gives others opportunity, and it is up to them to earn that opportunity. And DeJon Stribling has done every single thing to earn his opportunity to maybe even be a 2 on this team, depending on where they put Debo. And I would argue at this moment, I might put him as a 2. Just because I think he's proving it in camp, like you said, in joint practices. He's had not 1 but 2 great joint practices. We'll see what he also had a good preseason game against the Titans.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does tonight. But what is he doing to debate that he's not going to be one of those guys?
Well, why not give him the opportunity to do just that tonight?
Absolutely.
Kyle Shanahan has talked about or shared that some starters are going to get opportunities tonight. The expectation is that Brock Purdy is going to get a series or 2. We don't know about Mike Evans necessarily. We haven't seen Debo yet, but I would imagine maybe Debo gets some run.
Mm-hmm.
assuming Mike Evans isn't getting any opportunity, which I don't think he needs to as a veteran receiver, but if he does, great.
Yeah.
But let's assume he doesn't. Make Debo wide receiver 1 tonight. Make DeJon Stribling wide receiver number 2 for Brock Purdy. That's what I'm looking for tonight. One of the main things I am watching Niners preseason tonight is not just to see how the veterans in general look and how Brock Purdy looks. I want to see the Brock Purdy, DeJon Stribling combination. We got one video out of joint practice that Matt Barrows shot of Purdy hitting Stribling in a red zone drill for a touchdown. Great. What does it look like in the game? Because this is one of those instances where how much of an impactful player can Stribling be right away, number one. But two, this is where I'm looking at how much better does Brock Purdy make his weapons as a franchise quarterback? Do we see a connection between those two?
And
if
I
we
think
do
we
tonight,
are.
that'd be pretty good.
I think in practice we definitely are too. Like I think we don't get to see as much with the video, but I do believe like they're getting those reps in together. Hence why I think Stribling is getting some confidence in himself, being a rookie. I will be interested with Debo because McCaffrey is most likely not playing. And so they're still, Kaleon Black is back though. So with saying that, this will be good because Kaleon Black, I think, will get some reps. Now, I don't know how many because they're not going to just put him out there for the entire game. But Debo will still be back there in some situations, I would guess, when he's out there in the backfield.
Why don't we do play a little game of, or do a little thing called San Francisco 49ers Fill in the Blanks when we come back heading into tonight's week 2 of preseason. Plus, after that, we have an update on who's going to be playing for the Houston Texans and who's not going to be playing tonight against the Raiders. And an interesting update from Jeremy Fowler on Good Morning Football about Fernando Mendoza and how the Raiders are feeling about him. That's all coming in the second hour of the show. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The groundbreaking advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally here in Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, Matt George, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Thankfully, you no longer have to travel far to get the very best in hair restoration. Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in the places where it's disappeared for years. It's a simple one-day treatment, and your new hair, it begins regrowing the very next day. And the best part, it's guaranteed to grow for life. In celebration of Advanced Hair's grand opening in Sacramento and the Bay Area, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation to find out if you qualify. 916-314-HAIR. The best team in technology and hair restoration are finally here. 916-314-HAIR, or become inspired with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any
any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Maida Subaru says yes to big savings on the new Subaru you want. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event on now. Visit MaidaSubaru.com today for special Labor Day savings on over 225 new and certified pre-owned Subarus.
Save a great deal at Maida.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm at Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Tyler Soderstrom was placed on the 15-day IL for a left hip impingement. He heads to L.A. this week to see a hip specialist to determine next steps on his return to action this year. Justin Sterner underwent right knee surgery last week and will miss the remainder of the year. Jeffrey Springs threw 3 innings in Stockton last week and is pacing to return to the Green and Gold later this month.
Hi. I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
KHDK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports, 1140, your local sports leader.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Before we get to our 49ers fill in the blanks, Kayla, question for you. Why would you want to be a professional head coach when you could be a college head coach? Did you see this? This just broke.
Oh.
Oklahoma and Coach Brent
Venables.
Jeez Louise, Matt. Can you try again? Brent Venables.
Venables. It's all right. It's a long week.
English.
One more time.
Brent Venables.
Brent. This dude, homie, Brent Venables.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Jeez Louise, can I talk today? Sorry. They just agreed to a new 6-year deal that averages $10.5 million per year.
Dude.
And you get way more security in college. Now listen, Oklahoma has a lot of expectations, and I know
that's
it's the
not
Wild
a very true
West.
statement. The security part.
I think you have way more job security in college football than you do in the NFL.
It depends. Because it can seem that way with some coaches that are there for a long time because there are programs that just aren't going to take that risk. But there are also programs that are quick to push the trigger. I would say in the last couple of years, though, Matt, maybe it's been a little bit less of that because more money is coming in and athletes are coming to some of these places that are big.
Listen,
and not just the same places, right? Like not just the Georgias and Alabamas. They're going to the other big places. Like Oklahoma.
I don't blame
Venables.
I don't blame Venables at all for getting every penny that he can, and I understand it's the Wild West right now with NIL deals and recruiting, but man,
he hasn't to be fair too. I like Venables, but like he hasn't proven a ton yet as a head coach.
Nope.
Right? Like he hasn't put himself in the top of the SEC quite yet.
Did enough to get the bag.
Yeah, can't argue that.
Good for him.
I'd take it too.
Goodness gracious. I feel like he's more likely to see out the 6-year contract at Oklahoma than he is to see out a 6-year contract in the NFL, though. Maybe that's just my read on the situation.
Probably, depending on if you're a bad organization.
Even someone like Dan Campbell, ESPN actually, wrote a really good article about Dan Campbell's situation with the
Lions,
Detroit Lions,
Sure.
and asked a couple of other coaches, including like Sean McVay, about his situation, and like they weighed in on his situation too. Like it wasn't long ago when the Lions won, 15 games? That we were like celebrating Dan Campbell as this new era of a different kind of coach that's less buttoned up and more just real raw.
Yeah.
And now how quickly things change to Campbell could be on the hot seat if this season doesn't go well for Detroit. It's just the NFL changes quickly.
The NFL is weird like that. Like you set the stage, right? For instance, again, and sorry if you get annoyed with me talking about Tennessee, but I use it as examples sometimes because I saw it firsthand. But it's like when Vrabel was there, and he got them to like a really good point. But then some things happened in 2 years. They were not very good. And then immediately it was like, nope. Like the trigger was already going to be pulled to move on, right? Because you reach a point and you get that excitement going, that momentum going. And if you go back down for at least a couple years, it's like they don't want that. They're moving on.
Yeah.
So that's what Dan Campbell's kind of going through. Not to the level of the Titans' downfall after that.
I think the Lions are going to be good this year. I don't think they'll be like Super Bowl contender good, but
I think they're going to be good. Like, but then they had all those injuries. Like you just never know.
True.
And it's kind of a tough division. Not as physical as some of these other ones, but it is. These like cold weather cities.
Got to deal with the Bears.
The Bears.
Speaking of which, we are continuing our NFL division previews today. This day on at 12:30 today. This day in not being able to talk. We're doing the AFC North today. So
that is a good division.
We will be
You got it.
How many hours are left? Oh, 3.
You sound like me today. I mean, you should feel privileged.
Listeners,
and honored.
Just know off air, it's been a day. We will be doing our divisional previews, AFC North, at 12:30 today. But shall we do a little San Francisco 49ers fill in the blanks?
Let's do it.
Have a little bit of fun with this. Well, let's start with tonight's preseason game. The Niners are taking on the Chargers in La La Land, and it sounds like some of the starters are going to get some burn. We are expecting Brock Purdy to get a little bit of run. Who knows which other starters? Is Fred Warner going to play? We shall see. Is Mike Evans going to play? We shall see. I'm expecting Debo to play. I don't think Christian McCaffrey is going to be playing. Most important thing to watch for in tonight's Niners preseason game is blank. For me, I think the most important thing to watch for, in addition to just giving us a public view of the good stuff Brock Purdy's been doing that we've heard a lot about, more in training camp than in joint practices. Like, we haven't heard as much about Brock in joint practices, but that also includes the bad, right? I haven't heard anything bad about Brock Purdy, period, during this entire training camp preseason period.
I haven't either.
So part of me is I want to see the polished version of Brock Purdy, number one. But it kind of builds off of what we were talking about in the last segment. For me, it's I want to see the new faces and how they perform next to the old guard. I want to see if Kaleon Black is playing. Yep. I want to see how he looks tonight, getting some opportunity with the ones, assuming that a majority of the ones are going to play and Christian McCaffrey is not playing. And I really, really am watching to see the dynamic on-field chemistry connections between Brock Purdy and Deshaun Tribling.
I think that if Brock Purdy plays, and again, I wish we knew for sure right now if he was going to play. I think we're assuming he'll play at least a series or so. If he does play, yes, I absolutely want to see that connection with Stribling from the get-go. Just because we just haven't been able to have our eyes on that connection. Like, we've heard about here and there some things. We've seen Stribling with some other quarterbacks, i.e. Curtis Rourke in that preseason game against the Titans. But we haven't just been able to actually see that connection between Purdy and Stribling in a game yet. So if they can do that at least for a series tonight, that would be nice and encouraging to see. I do absolutely want to see Kayleon Black tonight, and just I want to see the speed, like the things that we've all heard about, and how he looks after going through this injury. I know it's probably not going to be against all of the Chargers' one defense, but it doesn't matter. I want to see those real reps and get a feel for what we're looking at, because I still am questioning if McCaffrey needs a break, or if McCaffrey needs to be taken off the field, or if, God forbid, McCaffrey gets hurt. Who is that guy that's going to step up? And I think we all think it's going to be him.
Yeah.
But we haven't really seen him. So I just want to see some of this stuff play out in front of us tonight with the starters, and then from some of the rookies, like I mentioned, Kayleon Black, Stribling, and also Romello Height, continuing to see what he can give on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Because I think he had some pressures the other day against the Titans in that preseason game. How do you build off of that? I think that's my biggest question tonight. How do these rookies build off of that first preseason game?
Yeah. Two things I want to add to that really quickly. Kayleon Black, what we heard about him a lot yesterday was how explosive he was.
Yeah.
And we got a video from Matt Barrows of him finding a hole and busting out a big run, right? And that's the difference between like a Kayleon Black and a Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I'm not saying McCaffrey's not explosive at all, but McCaffrey is very much kind of a power back. He's been more of that power running back where I'll go through the A gap and I'll run through you if I have to. Now, if McCaffrey gets to the outside, forget about it. But Kayleon Black potentially gives you a different look of what he lacks in size with McCaffrey, he makes up for in kind of explosiveness, and he can bounce around a little bit. Like Mike Washington Jr. with the Raiders really showcased that side of his game in their first week of preseason after Genty got his drive. Washington Jr. looked really good, and he was kind of bouncing around in the backfield to find those holes. Can Black be that guy? So getting that opportunity to see that a little bit tonight in game action. I also hope we get to see a little bit of Osa Odigizua, because it sounds like he's been dominant in preseason or in training camp and in practice so far. Do we get to see a series or two of Osa at the very least making the pocket a little bit tighter for Justin Herbert or Trey Lance?
Yeah, I'd love to see that. He's one of my guys, and we have another fill in the blank with him coming up in just a second. Real quick, who was it that just asked this? Dwayne, I think, just asked this. He said, and he might have just deleted it, but Dwayne had asked, how do we know, because we were talking about yesterday, the secondary is questioned.
Oh, yeah, it's right up here.
Okay, yeah. So
he said you both talked about how bad the Niners DBs are yesterday. How can we truly judge how good their quarterbacks and wide receivers are?
Because we've seen them go against other teams in joint practices and preseason.
Yeah.
So we've seen some other examples of that. It's not just been against the 49ers secondary.
But the real answer, or a real answer at least to me.
And you always never know for sure.
Exactly.
You don't ever know for sure,
You
right?
don't. All you can do is react to what's put in front of you. And that's the whole point of reps. That's the whole point of experience. It's low leverage situations to hopefully draw conclusions from. If your DBs were getting torched by Justin Herbert, which they were in joint practice, well, that's something that's not good, doesn't make you feel very good, and you're going into a film session, but you have an opportunity to learn from it in a situation where even though you got beat, all that you lost was your pride. You didn't lose a game because of it, right? And it's the same thing on the other side when you do something good. If we want to see Brock Purdy look great, we want to see Osa Odigizua look great. Does that mean it's going to translate to when the games matter? It doesn't guarantee anything, but it certainly puts you on the right path of, hey, they were doing it against the ones in practice. They can do it against the ones week one in Melbourne, Australia against the Rams.
It's like a prelude to a book, right? Where you're not getting the actual like meat and potatoes yet, but you're kind of trying to draw like a little bit of what it might look like conclusion wise, which then we start to see the actual picture being painted once they start the season, which is still a couple weeks away. But
the 49ers defense will be better this season because blank.
I would say because they get a pass rush. I think that it starts up front always. And I'm not saying that the secondary can be what they were last year. They have to improve too. But when you actually are able to set things up front, that then affects the back end of the defense. And think of it as like a trickle-down effect, right? So I think with the additions that they've made, and I know Osa Odigizua is not some big time like numbers pass rusher. Like he's not a Max Crosby or one of these Myles Garrett. Like I'm not talking about that type of effect, but I do think adding him also then allows Nick Bosa to not have as much pressure as being that solo guy that has to get those numbers. And then I do expect some of those younger players on the front to step up. And I do feel like this Raheem, why did I just forget?
Raheem
Morris defense, like the more and more they are used to it, I think it's going to be effective. I think he's a great defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these younger players, it is going to take a minute, but I think they can step up. So I think because of the front and being able to get to the quarterback and be more effective, whether that be pressures or actual sacks, that is why this defense is better.
My answer is admittedly a bit of a cop-out and also testing the fates, so I'm not trying to put anything out into the ether. But my answer is simple. It's because Fred Warner's back and he stays healthy. Like, Fred Warner is not just the total captain of that defense, the communicator, the guy right in the middle of everything who sees everything, directs everything. He is the extension of your defensive coordinator on the freaking field. Like, Fred Warner is a future easy defensive coordinator if he wants to be. It's not just that. He's also a massive playmaker.
Yeah.
Like, I know
just watching him in practice.
Exactly. I know the Niners defense did not have a good day yesterday or Tuesday against the Chargers. But to see that video of Warner flying in on a solo tackle and poking the ball away and forcing a fumble, which the Niners recovered, Fred Warner just makes plays like that.
Mm-hmm. And he elevates the defense in a different way.
Yes.
I think when people see how he plays at that age,
yes,
they only up their game without even knowing it.
He naturally sets a standard.
Absolutely.
So
and that's hard to have.
Just having Fred
like
Warner at the heart of your defense, and of course Nick Bosa coming back is a big deal too. The addition of Osa Odighizuwa. I wanted my answer to this just to be Osa because I'm so excited about him. I know you are too. But Fred Warner just at the center and the heart of your defense is game-changing.
For sure.
It's game-changing.
For sure.
So Fred staying there, staying healthy, the Niners defense will automatically be better. Will it be Seahawks and Rams level? Probably not, but you're on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest concern about the 49ers this season is blank.
Health.
Yeah.
And I know that might be an easy answer, but if I didn't say that, I'd be lying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have to at least keep their majority of their big-time names healthy. Yeah. I understand bumps and bruises happen throughout every football season. They cannot afford to miss at I'm talking, think about it last year. They missed a star in almost every position last year. A major star. There was a spot there because they got hurt, an empty spot. And so you just can't have that again. So health, I mean it in the way that, yes, things are going to be, at times there's going to be some bumps and bruises, even to some of those stars, but it cannot be out for the season. Can't.
I think the answer to my question, or my answer to this question, it might be like the final third of the season.
Okay.
Might be the answer to this question.
That's a good point.
Just looking at the schedule, like that's when if there's a race, that's where it's going to heat up to where the pressure's either going to be on you to hold the freaking line as let's say the Niners are in first place, but the Rams and Seahawks are going to be chomping at your heels, and you play both the Rams and Seahawks in the final third of the season. Or you're trying to catch them, and now those games become must win. In addition to you're taking on the Chargers in L.A. Who knows how good the Chargers are going to be? Followed by the Chiefs in Kansas City. Who knows how good? And both of those teams might be also competing for the AFC West title. So they have a lot on the line there. You have Philly, your second to last week. Now you end the season against Arizona. So that might be a either playoff tune-up or thank God we got Arizona at the very end to cement our spot. So that the last week itself is great, but you got to earn your way there. They have a stretch in December, Kayla, to early January. This is how they end 2026. Okay. Versus the Rams. Sorry, let's do this. November 29th, versus Seattle. Then in New York, MetLife Stadium against the Giants. It's not that I'm afraid of the Giants. I'm afraid of the turf at MetLife Stadium. Then home against the Rams. In LA against the Chargers. In Kansas City against the Chiefs. Then home against Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
That final third of the season, goodness gracious. It's going to be fun. but could make or break your year.
I mean, honestly, you could mix both of ours, health and that last stretch together.
Being healthy enough for the last stretch.
last stretch. Right. Sheesh.
This one is building off of a segment on Colin Cowherd's show today. Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan are a top blank quarterback coach combo.
A top blank. Oh, okay.
Top
okay.
5,
Like where
top
are
10,
they?
Top 3.
Yeah. Top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's above them?
So I would definitely put Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Yep. Okay. So to help you out here, Colin Cowherd does have his top 10 coach QB duo combos.
Uh-huh.
The Niners are 10 on his list. Reid and Mahomes are number 2. So I'm curious.
Josh Allen and Joe Brady.
Allen and Brady are 9.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and do Sean Payton and
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Not on this list.
Not on that list. Okay, that's interesting. Just because Sean Payton is such a quarterback.
Yeah, I disagree with a lot of these teams.
Let's do Mike Vrabel and Drake May.
Number 6.
Even though Vrabel is not really like an total offensive mind.
Yeah, I'd take Shanahan and Purdy over Vrabel and May now.
Yeah, that's
personally.
a little. I think May gets the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yes.
Let's go with the Rams, Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford.
Number 1.
Okay.
According
I
to
like
Cowherd.
that, and I'm not disagreeing
okay
with that one.
I'm okay with that. You're gonna hate number 3.
Oh shoot! Why?
Number 3 and 4 are crazy.
Why would I hate number 3? Can you give me a hint?
Tonight.
Oh no, Mike McDaniel and Justin Herbert. We haven't even seen them
not
together.
Even Mike McDaniel.
It's not even Mike McDaniel's head coach.
Oh, Harbaugh. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking
Offensive coordinator. It's fine.
But I don't like that. Yeah, okay, because
Jim
Harbaugh's a
Harbaugh
former.
and
Yeah,
Justin
I know.
Herbert
He's
are
a
number
former quarterback.
3. And number 4.
Okay, I don't think they should be 3. They're on top 10.
Number 4, hype train.
Hype train.
Think about it. Who's everybody excited to see this year?
Oh, is it a rookie?
No.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb
and
Johnson.
and Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't.
Then number 4.
I can't completely deny that one, but I don't think it should be 4.
McDonald and Arnold McDonald and Darnold, say that 5 times fast, are number 5.
What?
Vrabel
I
and
disagree with that.
Vrabel and May are 6.
McDonald and Darnold? Nah.
Are 5.
Sorry.
Dan Campbell and Jared Goff are 7. Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love are 8.
Yeah, I think that needs to be higher.
So Purdy and Shanahan, according to Colin Cowherd, are behind all of those combos we just named.
They need to be. What in the hell? I'm a Seahawks fan. McDonald and Darnold. First of all, like when you think of like that, I think of a defensive mind with like a so-so quarterback, and when I think of best head coach and quarterback, I'm thinking more like offensive minds in their quarterback. But I know that's not what this is.
Yeah.
But that's what I think.
Well, yeah, it's a combo. It's the playmaking and brilliance of the head coach and how they utilize the talent and ability of the quarterback. Shanahan is arguably the best coach in the league. If you want to give it to McVay, I'm totally okay with that. And while Brock Purdy still has a lot to prove as a quarterback, so does Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's more flashy and exciting than Purdy because he's supposed to be based off where he was drafted. You could say the same thing about Caleb, but Brock Purdy's done more than both of those guys combined.
Yeah, I don't. I think
Purdy's been
they
farther.
think they need to at least be 7.
To me, the Niners should be top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put them top 3 behind McVay, Stafford, and Reid Mahomes. I want to put them top 3, but I feel like that's a little Niner-y bias.
Yeah,
because of Brock Purdy, you're not there.
It probably is.
So I would say 5. If you want to put Darnold and McDonald in there simply because they just won a Super Bowl and you want to give them the recency bias of that, I guess I'll do that.
I don't like that. I don't think they're top 10.
I'm okay with Brady and Allen being right around the Niners because Josh Allen is carrying that load as one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL and a former MVP. No mention at all. Granted, Harbaugh is not there anymore, but no mention at all of Lamar Jackson in here.
Well, because he's got a new head coach.
Exactly.
It's funny because now Bo Nix and Sean Payton are up on the screen. When I mentioned them, I know Bo Nix is not at that spot yet, but I guess I thought knowing that Sean Payton can probably help continue to get him there, like that's a good combo of possibly getting to that point. So some of those I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we got some more Niner fill-in-the-blanks to do. Maybe we'll save them for a little bit later on in the show. When we come back, let's switch gears to the Niners. We know who, for the most part, is and isn't going to be playing for the Houston Texans. And according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Raiders, it's a term used to describe the Raiders' situation that I actually found really refreshing. We'll have that for you when we come back. Pick a side as well in this second hour of the show on a Thursday. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Thursday, mainly sunny skies around Northern California. Temperatures will still be quite warm this afternoon. Plan for highs lower to mid-90s. We'll drop it back, though, to the upper 50s overnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The groundbreaking Advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally here in Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Thankfully, you no longer have to travel far to get the very best in hair restoration. Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in the places where it's disappeared for years. It's a simple one-day treatment, and your new hair, it begins regrowing the very next day. And the best part, it's guaranteed to grow for life. In celebration of Advanced Hair's grand opening in Sacramento and the Bay Area, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation to find out if you qualify. 916-314-HAIR. The best team in technology in hair restoration are finally here. 916-314-HAIR, or become inspired with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Welcome back into Matt and... Oh, you son of a gun. You son of a gun.
Yeah, come on, voice guy.
Welcome back to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The voice is different today than it was yesterday.
It is?
Yeah, it's a little different. Now it's more naturally you versus you trying to be voice guy. For those of you who didn't listen to the show
Maybe that's
yesterday.
better, though.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
Kayla's branching out.
I am.
Kayla notoriously likes to talk over sometimes our voice guy rejoiner.
I only did it this time because I thought Matt forgot to bring us back because he was texting.
No, but the rejoin, the voice guy hadn't played yet.
Well, I didn't even think about that. Why would I?
You never think about the voice guy.
This time the voice guy interrupted Kayla.
He's out of business. Sorry.
Update that LinkedIn, Kayla.
Kayla's putting everybody out of business.
I gotta do something for myself.
I'm gonna do it because she don't do it all. Yeah, no. So this one is more like your voice, but a little more gritty. Yesterday you were like, "I'm trying to be the voice guy."
Yeah, I was doing that.
I don't know. Were you doing that?
I don't know to that extent I was doing that.
I enjoyed it. It's just different.
Shut up, Anthony.
Matt hates when I acknowledge that he exists.
He does. That's why he just gives me encouragement on my puns.
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Kayla's 2-minute drill. Sometimes I like to read ahead.
No, you
and
do
other
not
times
do that.
I like to just let myself be surprised.
Do not read ahead. That ruins it.
Today's one of those be surprised days, so you never know.
I don't know how top-notch they are today.
I don't think I'd get it if I didn't read ahead a little bit.
Really?
I don't think I'd get the puns.
Okay.
I wouldn't get any.
That's good. You need time to process.
Yeah,
That's always a good joke.
No, it's just
Hey,
it's more so I just don't know what she's talking about until she
he's
reads
just
the whole
so
headline.
young, he doesn't get all those cultural jokes.
These young, dumb guys over here.
No, I'm not saying he's dumb. I'm just
It's
saying
not
it's
even
a different
the
generation.
young thing. It's like you can say something, and I'm like, what does that have to do with football? I have
Right.
to read the whole thing to
Right.
see what the pun is.
My mind works in a very different way. But once you get on the same page as me, I think it's funny.
What was your Jets one the other day for Breece Hall's injury?
Emergency jet land. Yeah,
Jet
emergency landing.
Oh my god!
But then I
that one-
redid it to what was it?
That one got me so bad.
Grounded jet.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, shut
no
up.
redos.
This isn't your game.
I enjoy. Listen, jet emergency landing got me. And then the explanation was just Breece Hall hurt.
Yeah.
Because I already know at this point how to talk about it. I don't need to put any descriptions.
Malcolm says, did voice guy bonk his helmet against the wall mic and then sprain his neck? That was Kayla's
Is that
voice.
what I sounded like?
Apparently.
Oh, I wonder what that would really sound like if I did that.
If you sprained your neck?
I would definitely not want to do
horrible.
that. I've just had kinks in my neck. Have you guys ever woke up, slept wrong, I've had a kink in my neck. I think it's one of the most painful things that you can endure.
My girlfriend does it all the time.
I haven't done that
God,
with
it's
my
awful.
neck, but I have slept like on my arm and then
Mhm.
woken up to complete dead arm.
That's bad too.
Like lifting my arm up and it just goes.
And it just falls.
Yeah, I've had complete dead arm that takes like a minute to
Because
come
you have
back.
no blood coming to that area.
Because I sleep weird. I sleep.
So do I.
I sleep like with the covers pulled
Yeah.
almost all the way over my head, so I'm in like a little cave.
Sure.
And then one of my arms rests over.
Yeah.
Just suffocating yourself.
No, I like. Listen.
Lack of oxygen is really
Yeah.
relaxing.
When the outside
Wakes up
is
gasping for
also,
air.
Britt and I, we don't share a blanket. It just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
Like that is marriage.
I feel
Marriage
like a
is-
lot of couples have their own separate blankets.
Yeah, I don't
right?
share a blanket with my
Yes,
girlfriend.
not at all. Like no, get your own.
Red and
damn
I don't
blanket.
use blankets at
And
this
then my
time of the
son
year.
comes in and takes mine anyway.
He does?
Yes, he comes into bed and just takes everything and kicks me. My wife gets
of
his
this
head, I get his
rascal.
feet.
Where is he?
Wait, how does that work? He's like perpendicular to
No,
you guys?
like his back is to my wife and his head's like resting against my wife, and then his feet are right into my back. And he is a
So you guys make like an N shape?
sure or a weird H.
Okay.
That's pretty
And
funny.
he kicks me.
I like this time of year, I'm on like a upper apartment, and so all the heat rises, and I can't run my AC at night anymore. I'm losing money because I got to run it all day for Red. So I keep the window open, and then I've got a big fan. Why are you smirking over there?
I do the
Anyway.
same thing, Kayla.
Yeah, so shut up, Matt.
I don't
So,
know what he's reading.
I don't know either. He's thinking of something in his head. I know when his freaking little wheels are spinning. So
I can't keep my house cool when I sleep because I have to run the AC all day for the dog.
I can't afford it, Matt. Do you want to see my bill?
No, I know you can't afford. I just love your priorities are, which is a good mom.
It
Your
is. I
priorities
read
are,
it for my dog,
I
but
will,
not-
I will sweat and suffer
I
through the
do.
night so my dog can be nice and cool during the day.
But it's colder at night, so it makes
It
sense.
is a little cooler at night, but not enough yet because I find myself, I'll have the blanket over me, but then I'll wake up like 2 hours later and then my leg will be halfway out and then I'll go put it back in. You know, like you get like hot, cold.
Get back in here. Listen, there's like a $60 little fan at Costco.
I have a huge
That thing
fan.
slaps. Then what's your problem?
I'm too hot. It's you guys.
The fan doesn't work?
Do you know how much heat rises in this apartment? It's because it's only 2 levels.
You live above a bakery?
I think so. I'd like some of those treats.
Honestly, be dope.
Bring them on up.
Waking up to the smell of like fresh bread every morning, I'd be cooked. Love me some bread. Hey, the Raiders are playing tonight. How about that? They're playing before.
Great segue, Matt.
Thank you. Before they play, we get to watch the Niners play at freaking midnight.
What's
tonight.
Raiders on? Can we watch? Or is it on some specialty? Because some of these are on local programming, but I think these are both on national programming.
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think one's on Fox.
We shall find out.
We don't
together.
always get the privilege of seeing every.
It's on ESPN tonight.
Oh, perfect. Raiders are?
Raiders Texans on ESPN.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then I don't know about Niners.
Sweet.
So yes, you can watch the Fernando Mendoza Part 2.
Let's go.
Apparently, C.J. Stroud and most of the offensive starters, I would guess Fernando Mendoza starts and plays the entire first half of this game. I
think it might be good that Will Anderson is not going to
Probably.
damage Fernando Mendoza in their second preseason game.
Well, Fernando needs to do a better job of protecting his damn self because my man got
That's
hit
what I'm worried about
way too
because
many
it's still
times versus
early
Arizona.
in his career.
Homie,
Needs
give
to
yourself
learn.
up. Slide. Or just lay down in the pocket. You can take
Yeah.
the lost yardage. It's okay. But we will
Still be a good test.
We will, yes, a great test going against the Texans defense, and then the Raiders offense or defense, excuse me, got completely carved up by not just Jacoby Brissett. They got carved up by Garner freaking Minshew. Like
Yeah,
he was
go Cougs.
He was almost freaking perfect last week.
Love that boy.
I know the Raiders defense is not expected to be great. Like Max Crosby probably isn't going to play or anything like that. We don't know how many starters on that side of the ball are going to play for the Raiders, if any. But you're going against C.J. Stroud. It's a good test. In theory, C.J. probably should look good against you, and that would be a poor reflection on C.J. than it would be a positive reflection on the Raiders defense. But I would like to see the Raiders defense show a little bit more life than they did against Arizona.
Yeah, we don't. That's one thing that we need to see improvements on is the defense of the Raiders. We just don't know as much about them.
Mm-hmm. I want to play this for you really quick. I know we're up against it, Anthony, but
Anthony's like, God,
this gave me I thought this was really refreshing to hear from Jeremy Fowler's perspective or his thoughts on Fernando Mendoza and his situation with the Raiders. Just what he says here is, I think, really encouraging, but also very clearly illustrates kind of where the Raiders are at with Mendoza.
Yeah, Jamie, Fernando Mendoza is earning first-team reps, and the Raiders will probably give him them at some point. They will map that out over the coming weeks and months. But when you talk to people with the Raiders, there's a sense of relief there. They love the position they're in because they believe they can win with Kirk Cousins. They don't have to rush Mendoza out. Whenever he's ready, whether that's in 3 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever, he's going to be good to go. They'll put him in, but there's not a mandate to have to do it. And so I go back to examples in the past, like we've seen with the New England Patriots 2 years ago comes to mind. Drake May, top pick. They start Jacoby Brissett. They figure, hey, if he wins games, he can keep the job. If they don't, they put Drake May in a month. So perhaps it looks like that or some of the blueprints we've seen in the past. But Mendoza spent the entire spring working on the steps of the offense, the Clint Kubiak language of offense, which is vast and takes a long time to master.
He said all this yesterday.
Did a great job of that, I'm told, in the spring. And now he's just out there playing football. And you see some of the throws he made in that preseason game. At some point, he will be undeniable. But this team still believes it can win with Kirk Cousins.
Why do you need Jeremy Fowler when you got Kayla Anderson saying everything he said yesterday? Did he tap in to our show?
He's just got a wire on what Kayla Anderson is saying. Hey, more people should. Just saying. I will say this.
No, but it's good stuff. I mean, it makes sense.
That screams to me for the Raiders, everything is going according to plan.
And that is a great problem to have with a rookie quarterback.
Breath of fresh air to hear. Because we don't hear it too often with the Raiders.
It's always like, this isn't what we thought.
Right. Speaking of the Raiders, we'll talk about them, something that they're going through and they're dealing with in Pick a Side, as well as a number of different topics. That's next, right here on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Ben Hogan said, good golf starts with a good grip. It's true. If the golf club isn't in a square position after you grip it, you'll have to do something in the swing to manipulate it back to square. Otherwise, you're hitting big slices or duck hooks. Then you start gripping the club tighter, and that tension runs through the hands, up the arms, and into the shoulders. You're done before you even take the club back. 9 times out of 10, when I make a small adjustment in a friend's grip, the ball flight is much closer to straight or even a slight draw. You want to hold the club more in the fingers than in the palm, which allows your wrist to better hinge. The lifeline on your right hand will cover the thumb on your left. In this position, you'll see the top 2 knuckles on the back of your left hand, and the V created by the thumbs and forefingers should be parallel and point to your right shoulder. Grip pressure should be about 4 or 5 on a scale of 10. The correct grip is incredibly important, and if you're having issues, see your PGA golf professional. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell the listeners what's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales event.
Hoblet continues to be the place to find the best prices on the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you need. Right now, save up to $14,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ram 2500 Crew Cabs. And it's not just the savings. Right now, you also get Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Wow, it seems like every time you do this, you manage to find a new way to sweeten the deal.
That's the difference between the big city auto mall guys and the small town family-owned experience at Hoblet. When you come to Hoblet, you experience what 77 years of family-owned award-winning customer service looks like.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Crew Cabs after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus cash for eligible business owners, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade, and 500 upfit, military, or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with any other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. 2 with this net savings, the number 227-321 and 227-315. See dealer for details.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
Let's pick a side, shall we? Matt George, Kayla Anderson with you as always. We got Anthony with us today. And Anthony, what are we talking about, huh?
South Carolina quarterback Lenoris Sellers says
name.
that says he's completed classes and is interning at a driving range. Some fans don't like it. Do you?
They don't like it because he's not fully focused on football all the time.
Right. And last year, Lenoris was supposed to be like one of the best SEC quarterbacks, if not one of the best quarterbacks in college, and he kind of underperformed, and so I think people are using that against him now.
So what's he supposed to do?
Right.
One of the stupidest takes in sports is that an athlete can't do anything other than
there we
their
go.
sport.
There we go.
It's one of the stupidest takes that I expect from some fans who like to pretend that we're paying his salary. You're not, but you can pretend you are.
Yeah.
But I kind of expect that just from fans because we overreact to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like genuine, respected people and even former football players, former coaches going, all I did was live in the gym and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not healthy, sir. Do something else with your time. I mean, listen, not every single player is going to graduate college, or not even graduate college, going to leave college after 3 years and make millions upon millions
Do you know
upon
what the
millions of
percentage
dollars.
is to make it in the NFL? It's like a single digit.
It's tiny.
It's very tiny.
You're also going to school for free to get your college education so that if football doesn't work out or after football, you can still provide for your family and have a life for yourself. So anyone, like, screw anybody giving this young man a hard time for doing anything, having other side hobbies, working other side gigs. Honestly, get a life.
Their fans need to be a little bit less like intrusive on this young man. I get it. You're the SEC. You know, it just means more in the SEC. But at the same time, who cares if this young man wants to go and do an internship in golf and learn some things about something else that he is interested in? If anything, I would love it as a fan. Like, he's expanding his actual brain to do something other than just play football and expected to just play football. I'm pretty sure an internship on a golf course is not going to intrude in what he's doing as a quarterback. But I think they used last year as like an excuse for that. They need to stop being Gamecocks.
You must You must sleep with the football. You must eat with the football. You must walk everywhere with the football.
That's what it is, though. And it's like under a microscope in the South, you know?
Sure.
So back off.
It's like the people who are like, you need to stop podcasting if you're losing basketball games. I think that those are really funny people, too. It's like, this takes like an hour of their day, man. They'd be sitting on the couch doing something else right now. They don't live in the gym.
There, as a media member who loves basketball and loves a game as much as I do and has followed and studied the game as much as I do, it does irritate me when I hear former players just want to openly and blatantly disregard what you say because you never played the game. It's like not everybody can play the game, but people can still love and study the game.
People can still talk about it.
At the same time, I am on the side of every single player that says, who the hell are you? You've never played the game before when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, for anybody that tells a player you can't do anything or say anything or be anything other than you're a football player or you're this, like, it grinds my gears and has nothing to do with me. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Do you, Lenora Sellers?
The Raiders are seeking $75 million from an existing taxpayer fund allocated to Allegiant Stadium-related improvements, plus private funds to improve the north entrance for Super Bowl 63. Is this needed?
So I was reading about this. They're trying to build a quote-unquote front door.
Okay, so shouldn't you have done that when you built this $1 billion stadium?
I remember reading this going, wait a minute.
Does it not have one?
This stadium
this is ridiculous.
Just opened and we want to do a massive multi-million-dollar renovation on it. It looks dumb, and to expect taxpayers to pay for it after the stadium was built in the first place. It's a bad look. It's dumb. And I don't think it's that big of a deal, but optically it looks terrible for both the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium and Las Vegas in general. It just looks dumb. You just built the damn thing. It's not like the Buffalo Bills. They got to renovate so you can see the damn field.
This is an awful look. It's and then the minute you hear that anything is taxpayer, like that's when the red flags go flying for me.
Hey, we didn't build it a big enough door, so now you have to pay for it.
So that's your fault. Sorry. And I was going to ask you, Matt, because you've been there.
Yeah.
Is it even a big deal? Like, do you even recognize the fact that there's not, quote unquote, an entrance? You really think that's going to matter?
Well, honestly, what's funny is I have been to Allegiant Stadium once. It was for the Super Bowl, but I went in a media entrance, so I went in like a side thing. I've actually never been or seen the grand entrance of Allegiant Stadium. I don't even know what it looks like.
Apparently, it doesn't exist.
Apparently not. It's not big enough, apparently. Like, the Golden One Center has that big-ass entrance that you go into the main concourse. It's awesome with the aircraft hangar windows that open up. Like, that's cool, but you didn't have that in the initial design for a football stadium meant to hold 70,000 people? Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, like, if clearly the existing taxpayer fund is allocated to the stadium, they could use that for whatever that's already agreed upon. I don't know what they're, like, how that works exactly, how they get it approved.
I don't know either.
But, like, I don't care.
But I think, Anthony, too, like, you got to think long run if something truly does need repair, right? Or, like, that's what that's
for. Be smarter
for.
with your money.
Don't be like, we just need a grand entrance for the Super Bowl, because I'm under the impression they're just doing this to be even more fabulous when the Super Bowl comes out.
Just build it.
I think it's
very
fine.
Vegas.
They chose you for a reason. They didn't choose you and say, then you got to make the entrance grander.
That's very Vegas.
You can only have the Super Bowl again if you build a bigger door. Rob Manfred.
What are we, Alice in Wonderland?
Not Rob Manfred. Roger Goodell.
The MLB Field of Dreams game was a bust on Netflix. It averaged just 1.6 million viewers, down nearly half from last time MLB had a Field of Dreams game. Are we worried sports isn't working on Netflix?
I am. I'm starting to.
You're worried about the Netflix side of things?
So listen, I'm worried because did you remember the other things that Netflix has put on there? And they haven't done, like, incredible numbers this year. What was the football? There was another thing that was on. It was MLB too.
Well, they've had MLB. Was it opening night?
Not opening night. It was something else this year on Netflix that didn't do good numbers. Oh, it was a home run derby.
Well, I think that's a baseball
I don't know if anyone's
problem.
watching that.
So
not a Netflix
but
problem.
I'm wondering, because we all are subscribed to so many things, but I think people are starting to be like, we're not subscribing to all these things anymore. This is a racket when it comes to, it was supposed to make it easier and cheaper.
Yeah.
Now we've got Peacock that's raising its prices again. Right. We've got all these things. On top of it, I think a lot of people, it's not just on their brains to just switch over to Netflix for some of these things.
I agree with
that. So I do think it's MLB partly their problem to market, but I also think it's just like, if we're going to make Netflix the home of some of these things, we need to start seeing the ads and they need to start putting in extra effort to actually advertise this stuff.
See,
whether
I
that
think
be social media or whatever.
I think this is almost completely an MLB problem because I think the majority of people, like if you were to rank streaming services, Netflix has been and probably is and will likely forever be like number one. Maybe Hulu is number two, but once you start getting into Peacock and Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and HBO.
Peacock's got some good ones.
Oh, for sure.
Recent.
But now those are a little more niche versus Netflix is very broad. Like Netflix's catalog is very broad. So I would argue that the majority of people have Netflix whether you're watching it for live sports or not.
Yeah.
I think this is an MLB marketing problem. The Field of Dreams game does not appeal to a lot of people unless you're nostalgic for the movie or your team is actually playing.
Yep.
The Home Run Derby is gimmicky. If you like it, you do. If not, you don't really care about it. But there have been some big fights on Netflix that have done well. WWE has a lot of their programming on Netflix that does pretty well. So I think Netflix can work. I do agree, though, that regardless of what the event is, it needs to be better advertised on Netflix because they just putting it when I log into Netflix and I see in the bottom right of my screen, hey, the Field of Dreams game is on here. That doesn't get me.
It also needs to be all over Twitter, Instagram, all those ads. Netflix needs to have ads that say, hey, by the way, this is on tonight. Just like you get annoyed with my MJ ads, I need to see all those.
Oversaturate.
Yeah.
Annoy me. Annoy me with your patronage. Take the break. When we come back, lunch break time, let's get back to the Sacramento Kings. We illustrated and laid out for you just the cap hell that the Denver Nuggets find themselves in. It's the reason why they essentially traded Peyton Watson away for, I would say nothing, but they got a first-round pick for him. But there are lessons to be learned for Scott Perry about how these teams are maneuvering these aprons. We'll discuss some of those lessons when we return. It's the Wild West right here on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing.
The groundbreaking Advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally here in Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Thankfully, you no longer have to travel far to get the very best in hair restoration. Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in the places where it's disappeared for years. It's a simple one-day treatment, and your new hair, it begins regrowing the very next day. And the best part, it's guaranteed to grow for life. In celebration of Advanced Hair's grand opening in Sacramento and the Bay Area, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation to find out if you qualify. 916-314-HAIR. The best team in technology and hair restoration are finally here. 916-314-HAIR, or become inspired with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports, 1140, your local sports leader. It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
You can learn a lot in life from what the people around you do, don't do, good and bad. And I'm hoping while Scott Perry has been around the game for a long time, he's very experienced, very well respected here in Sacramento. I'm hoping that Scott Perry is watching while also going through his own cap struggles. And by that, I mean just navigating these contracts that he inherited, like Zach LaVine's, Domantas Sabonis's, and DeMar DeRozan's, which he waived or cut, move on from earlier this summer. Perry's dealing with his own issues. But he's also, while thinking about building a future contender, hopefully paying attention to what's happening in Denver and Detroit especially, and taking notes. Just to recap, in case you missed earlier in the show, the Denver Nuggets are in cap hell right now. They are trapped by the second apron. They traded Peyton Watson, their most promising young player, yesterday, to the Cavs in a multi-team deal for an unprotected 2031 first-round pick and, for some reason, the Kings 2032 second-rounder that the Cavaliers had. That might have been a part of the Keon Ellis trade, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They couldn't afford to keep Peyton Watson or pay him because they're over the second apron. And a lot of what they got, including a over $10 million trade exception in the deal, they cannot use because they're over the second apron. It's a second apron penalty that they can't use trade exceptions. They find themselves in a spot where they're still over the second apron, and they have still a couple roster spots to fill, and they're trying to make one last push with Nikola Jokic to compete for a title in Denver, and things are very difficult because of the financial situation they've put themselves in. So what can the Sacramento Kings learn from that? Well, while I was reading through, Kayla, I just started jotting down some notes. And the first thing I jotted down is this, and this kind of feeds into what a lot of people were saying about De'Aaron Fox, and they're absolutely right. Only pay your star like a star if he's really a star. Like, there's no doubt.
Seems so simple, doesn't it?
Right? But sometimes you just have to simplify it. If Darius Acuff Jr. does not look like your absolute 1A starting point guard on a championship contender by the time his rookie scale contract is done, don't give him the max extension.
You can't pay him like that. Yeah.
Dig your feet in at some point. And I know it's difficult because it's a players' league and agents and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But like Monty McNair felt he had to give Fox the max contract when he first got in. He also did the same thing to Domantas Sabonis, gave him a max contract after everything that Sabonis did. What can we learn from that from a Kings perspective? Those two probably weren't max players, and it ultimately didn't work out. They weren't ever in as bad of a situation as Denver is in right now. But even so, like, Nikola Jokic absolutely is a max player. So his $59 million or whatever that he's making this year, that's justifiable.
Right.
You gave Jamal Murray $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Jamal Murray. He helped you win a title for sure.
But not $50 million.
That's paying him like a superstar,
Yeah,
and he's your number 2.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It'll kill you. With how big max contracts are today, it'll kill you. You have to be more selective with your max players.
And I think, too, if you're Scott Perry, because we're talking about what the Kings' lessons can be learned, is at least if you're Scott Perry, I get it. The agent pressure is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's why they get paid. They have to do their jobs. The pressure also comes with the player making it harder on the organization to be like, you're not going to pay me? Like, I'm going to go start flirting with other situations.
Jalen Duren.
Exactly. But sometimes, like you said, Matt, you got to stick to your guns. And if you are Scott Perry, you have prime examples of why you just have to wait to see a little more or why you need a little more. And we can't get to that number, but we can get to this number. So I agree with you. I know it seems a lot easier
said than
done.
For sure.
But I think when you're Scott Perry, you have no other choice because you can't keep going backwards.
Right.
And being in these positions again, like a Zach LaVine and a Domantas Sabonis, more so Zach LaVine. But you have examples to use too, to be like, we just can't put our organization in this spot.
Yeah. I wrote down max money goes to championship impact players, not playoff pieces.
Yeah.
That's another part of it too. Listen, we would love in Sacramento for the Sacramento Kings to be a perpetual playoff team. We would love for that. But if that's what you're paying for, you're going to get in trouble at some point because taking that next step, and again, credit to Denver because they've at least won it once. It'd be one thing if they hadn't won it yet and we're in this situation. So they've at least won a championship to where no matter what they go through, they can at least point to, hey, we got it done one time. We'd love to try and do it again and maximize Nikola Jokic being here as one of the greatest players we've ever seen. But we've got one ring and no one can take that away from us. So that makes the blow, I think, a little bit softer for Nuggets fans. That being said, like, the Kings cannot make financial decisions based off of a team that might get you to the playoffs 5 years in a row, but the Western Conference Finals feels like the peak unless everything goes right. And again, the Kings are far away from that. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
And hopefully Acuff earns his right to do that.
And
to
that's
get
not
that
just
deal.
Acuff, it's who's number 2 with Acuff, right? Like if it's Domantas Sabonis 2.0, a big man that you bring in to eventually replace Sabonis, whether you draft him or trade for him or whatever, and then you pay him to be the running mate to Darius Acuff Jr. if Acuff truly is that star. Wonderful. Is that duo a championship caliber duo or are they a perpetual playoff team? Is it Dame and CJ in Portland or is it Giannis and Drew Holiday in Milwaukee? Because that was a championship duo.
Yeah.
Right? Or Giannis and Chris Middleton. That was a championship duo. And again, much easier said than done. But these are the things that you have to be very, very confident in or sure of as a general manager to avoid putting yourself in a position where the apron might not get you right away, but in the case of Denver, the apron just cost them their most exciting young player. Completely took away their ability to keep him, which there are systems put in place by the NBA like restricted free agency so that you can hold on to your talent. And you couldn't because you put yourself in apron hell.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
I think the Detroit Pistons, like, it's admirable what the Detroit Pistons are doing. I feel bad for Jalen Duren. I feel bad for Jalen Duren, but it is admirable.
But in the same sentence of things with that, feeling bad for him, I think he could have prevented a lot of this if he just would have performed in the postseason.
If the Pistons were the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was expecting the Pistons to go from bad to the number 1 seed and then winning the title in the same year.
No, but they needed to have been much better.
If the Pistons make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and then lose to the Knicks, who were championship or bust, and it's because Cade Cunningham is the superstar that he is, and Jalen Duren did everything he was doing during the regular season, this isn't a conversation.
Nope.
It's not. Give him his money, keep it moving. Because let's build upon what we just did.
We knew, Matt. We knew this exact thing was going to transpire. I remember the exact conversation when we were in the thick of it. Where were we talking to your buddy from Locked On Pistons?
Kuka Hill.
We were talking to him about this. And if he doesn't turn it on, and then we're going to have an issue about this max contract, and then it's going to get a little bit heated between. We said this whole thing was going to play out like this.
Yeah.
And it did.
The Pistons are doing it right. It sucks, and it's not a comfortable position for them, and it's pissing Jalen Duren off, and it's a risk that they have to run. But the Pistons are playing their leverage perfectly, and I like that the Pistons are setting a precedent that just because you are eligible for max money doesn't mean you are a max player. Like, Jalen Duren was sometimes unplayable in the playoffs. And I like Jalen Duren, and I was excited about the idea of the Kings going after him. But the Kings would have found themselves in the very same conundrum. Oh, the Kings are willing to give him that money, but are you doing that just to get his attention, or are you doing that because you believe he and Darius Acuff are a championship duo? That would have been a lot of money to throw at a group or a duo that has never played together before, and one of them's never played an NBA game, period. Right? Like, that would have been a gamble. And sure as hell would have been a big swing for Scott Perry. I know it never really had a chance of happening. But those might be the type of moves that maybe even Scott Perry should avoid doing without having confidence that you're building like a championship duo here. Another thing I wrote down is this. Role-playing starters belong in the $20 million range.
Okay.
Like where Keegan Murray is at, $25 million this year, that's right around the right point. But you also have to be really careful with identifying the right kind of role-playing starter. Because in the case of the Denver Nuggets, they paid Christian Brown, and his contract is nuts. I mean, it's not that bad. He's in the 20s for basically the entire time, but it's over the next 5 years, and it's one of the reasons why they've lost the flexibility financially to make other moves, because they gave Brown that contract. So role-playing starters are in that $20 million range, but you have to make sure they are truly the right role players for a championship team. You're looking for the OG Anunobis there.
Do you think sometimes why GMs, besides the pressure and everything from the agents and players themselves, do you think, though, in some situations, like when you do have a really good year, let's say, like the Beam Team year or something like that, and you have so much excitement surrounding your organization, and you're kind of on a high.
Yes.
And you're like, let's just pay. Like, it's almost like, let's just get this done.
Let's keep it going.
I feel like that happens a lot.
Absolutely.
And then it's just, a lot of the times it comes back to haunt them.
For sure. Because part of it's not just let me pay you what you've earned based off of how you've played.
Yeah.
It's let me show you that confidence so we can keep building upon the momentum we established for ourselves. Like, we learned that with the Beam Team big time. Like, Domantas Sabonis was one of the best centers in the league back-to-back seasons. Rebound champion, all-NBA caliber center, phenomenal player. Doesn't erase the fact that the one playoff series we saw from him in Sacramento, now it's not his fault completely that the Kings weren't able to get back to the playoffs. He's part of it, but not all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one playoff series he played in, he got outplayed by Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney, who's a free agent right now. And Sabonis is making $46 million.
That is nuts to think about, by the way.
Now, is Sabonis a better player than Kevon Looney?
Well, yes.
1,000%.
But we're talking about the numbers. And does it have to be at that point where if you think about it in the future, it could come back to haunt you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, even like talking about De'Aaron Fox to some extent.
Yeah.
Fox's lone playoff series in Sacramento, he actually played really, really well. It would have been really easy if Fox were on a contract year the next year to sign him to a 4 or 5 year maximum extension. In fact, that's what he was playing for. People, I'm not using this to defend De'Aaron Fox. I'm just saying this as the reality of the situation. People got upset that De'Aaron had multiple opportunities to sign an extension with the Sacramento Kings over a couple years, and he kept refusing to do it. It's not because he was disloyal to Sacramento. It was because De'Aaron and his camp, Rich Paul, recognized that, hey, he's been an all-NBA guard already. If he can do it again, he's eligible for a Supermax contract. That's what he was chasing. That's what he was pursuing. It became pretty clear pretty quickly he was not going to get to that.
Right.
And everything deteriorated.
Yep.
Had he, and this is coming from a De'Aaron Fox fan, Had De'Aaron that year the Beam Team won, the year De'Aaron made All-NBA and the Kings made the playoffs, and De'Aaron played the way he played in the playoffs even though the Kings lost. Had De'Aaron been up for a contract extension, the Kings would have probably signed him to a Supermax on the spot. And it probably would have killed them.
Yeah, I was just going to say that would have been
and I'm a
real
De'Aaron
big
Fox
problem.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
It probably would have killed them.
Yeah.
Those are the lessons that you have to. Now, Scott had nothing to do with that, of course, but that's the situation that you need to be careful with Darius Acuff Jr. Not that Acuff is going to end up like Fox. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if Darius Acuff Jr. looks like a superstar and impacts you to a level that there's a champion there, you give him that money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have doubts and you throw that bag at him anyway to keep him happy, you could find yourself right back in a situation that the Kings were in, and even worse in a situation that Denver's in right now.
Yeah. I think it's a great and valid point that you're making and all the examples.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, again, I go back to the trusting Scott Perry. These are things where I saw the word impulsive in the chat.
Yep.
Like that, like a lot of GMs sometimes have that more so impulsive trigger than others. I think we've learned, now I'm not 100% on this yet because we haven't had every example, but I've learned in a short time as Scott Perry as a GM, I don't feel Perry is impulsive.
No.
I feel like he's more of he really thinks it out. He thinks of the business side of things. He also has an old school thing of the way he works as a GM. Like some things maybe you're impulsive at, but from what we've seen business-wise, I don't get that out of him.
I think Perry does have some quirks, one of which
there
is
are
starting.
Are you talking about the people that he knows? And yeah.
That if there's a Scott Perry quirk or trait right now that's
that
starting
could
to
bite
kind
him.
of bother me a little bit, it's the fact that he very much has his old guys that he keeps bringing up.
Yep, and
From
I agree with you
Oladipo
on that.
To RJ Barrett, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
He hasn't
but
brought them
it's-
all in.
No, of course not. Alfred Payton and New York, you broaden your horizons a little bit here.
Good point.
Right?
Great point.
But that's just a quirk that I've picked up on. I actually, I was thinking about this while we've been talking back and forth. Honestly, the key to avoiding the situation that the Denver Nuggets are in is properly managing your number two.
Mm-hmm.
Properly managing your Robin.
Interesting.
There needs to be a Robin tax bracket in the NBA. And it's very difficult because in the modern NBA, you typically can't survive with a one-man show. You need to have a partner in crime. You have your Batman. Everybody knows who the Batman is in Miami now. Everybody knows who the Batman is in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
But Batman will not win a title without Robin and then the rest of the freaking Justice League.
Right, Alfred the Butler.
Yeah, you need an Alfred.
Catwoman.
I don't know if that's Steve Kerr. Well, Catwoman.
Draymond's Alfred.
Draymond might be Alfred.
That's so funny.
Alfred's supposed to be the cool, calm. If Alfred were a badass, Draymond might be the Joker. Either way,
the beam! Light it!
How you handle the Robin is essential.
Yeah.
Because this is not intended to be disrespectful at all to Jamal Murray. At all. Because Jamal Murray was essential to that championship team. Jamal Murray being paid $50 million is one of the major reasons why the Nuggets are stuck.
It's an example and a good one.
DeMontis Sabonis
there we go.
Being paid $45 million is one of the reasons why the Kings are kind of stuck.
And that's why Detroit is, like Matt said, they're kind of having to play this hard-ass mentality because I think they've probably, if they're smart, they've probably looked around the league and used examples as that to be like, we're literally in this position right now.
Yeah.
We can't just give him the max deal just because he wants it.
Yeah.
And because in parts of the season he was really good for us. We need the full product to be able, for a season to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't blame, I honestly know it sucks for the player. I don't blame them.
I almost want to break the tax brackets up like this, or financial brackets up like this. $10 million to $20 million a year, you're a role player. $20 to $30 million a year, you're a high caliber role player that's probably a starter. $30 to $40 million a year, you're a Robin. $40 to $50 million a year, you're a star. 50 plus, you're a superstar, like a superstar.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very select few. I know that's not...
$25 million is like 15% of your cap space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough to have people in these tax brackets. You need like a little bit of a disparity if you have a really, really good long-time NBA vet as your best player. They're eating up like 50% of your cap space.
Yes.
It's really rough right now.
If you look at the Kings payroll, the Kings have 3 players in the $20 million per year range. You can't. Like that.
Who are those again?
You have DeAndre Hunter at 24.9, Keegan Murray at 24.1, Malik at 20.1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hunter's
and they had DeMar
yeah.
too, but they got rid of DeMar.
Yeah.
DeMar would have also been in the 20s. Yeah. Like you have to be more selective.
What's Malik's contract again?
He's 20.1 this year, then he has a $21 million player option, 21.5 technically.
Hunter's expiring though.
Hunter is expiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just signed Keegan. He's just starting year 1 of a 5-year deal that ends at him making $31.8 million. And what you're hoping is that Keegan Murray's contract soon isn't looked at the same way Christian Brown's contract is looked at now, because his contract and Christian Brown's contract are very similar, but they're in completely different situations.
That'd make it so much easier if you could just like literally do that. But then you have players being like, "Well, I'm this range."
Exactly. Well, but I want you to pay me like a star, not as a Robin. And that's what you did with Domas. That's what you did.
Yep.
You did with. I mean, that's what Denver did with Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
That was the kind of the situation. Again, Boston won a title, but that was kind of a situation they dealt with Boston. Is you were paying 2 superstars simultaneously in Tatum and Brown. It's just messy. So ultimately, it comes down to the Kings are going to be the biggest danger to themselves for 2 reasons. One, and this one we're very familiar with, they get impatient. They get impatient trying to accelerate something, and this has been a problem for a while. This has nothing to do with the apron system. This is just everybody being on the same page about what we're trying to do
at
here.
the top.
Correct. This is between ownership and GM.
Yeah. Because we've heard Perry say, this is not quick.
No.
But
we
know other things happen.
He's let it be known it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
But when you're in year 3 and it's still struggle and your season tickets are down, do you panic, right? That's number 1. And number 2 is the Kings can be the biggest dangers to themselves by overpaying their own players. However this Darius Acuff Jr. thing works out, ideally, by the time it comes up to paying Darius Acuff Jr., there's going to be another 1 or 2 guys on this roster that you're saying, well, you got to worry about paying him one day, too. I remember when De'Aaron Fox was being paid, we were always talking about, and you got to worry about paying Marvin Bagley one day. Well, that
didn't happen.
You didn't.
Yeah.
But if Marvin Bagley had worked out, you would have. If you're building a young core, eventually you're going to have to pay him. Look at OKC.
One more thing on that note. So that's what's interesting. I don't think they have necessarily that guy on this team besides Acuff right now.
No, they do not.
Right? So that's what's funny about this whole
not
situation. Like, that guy's not here right now.
Sabonis could potentially play his way into that.
Potentially.
But we're not there.
Right.
Yeah. I would say that guy probably is either going to be drafted or traded for.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's going to be in this year's draft class or if Perry is going to. We saw Perry was essentially trying to make Jalen Duren that.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been he might have saved, like, his cap situation might have saved him from himself there, or it could have worked out brilliantly and he took a risk. We have no idea.
Or maybe something happens next year.
Perry's already looking for the duo
You can tell.
for Acuff.
Yeah.
But we still need to know who Acuff is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what part of this season's about.
I think it's happening more organically than we thought. I mean, that means longer, right? That means it just doesn't happen overnight, but...
I understand Marcus's comment in our comment section here. Hey, let's worry about that when we get there. I agree with that completely. Like,
the pain of players?
Yes. We're a long way away from having to worry about giving Darius Acuff Jr. his second contract. I'm just saying Perry is probably... He doesn't need stupid Matt on a radio show to open his eyes to, hey, pay attention to what's happening around the league so you don't find yourself in this situation. Although there might be some Kings fans right now that say, I'd gladly be in the Denver Nuggets situation if that means the Kings won a ring before it. To which I would have a hard time arguing that.
Yeah, but then we're always, just like Nugget fans, though, and our boss, Richie, he said this to me before. I really, really wish we would have won. Like, we should have won
had more.
too.
We have the best player in the world.
Exactly.
We should be winning more than
just
just
one.
one.
So there's always something that is going to disappoint you as a fan.
Think about where we got one playoff series and we're like, finally. And then we missed the playoffs the next year in Sacramento. We're like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
What the hell's the play-in? We turned our noses up at the play-in.
Under a different CBA, Denver definitely could have won more than one. That was right when it changed, and they were stuck with these contracts. And the Warriors, people point to the Warriors getting screwed over, but Denver really couldn't build anything after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think what happened, they mismanaged. They mismanaged their Robin.
But how could they know? That is kind of my thing. Like, they couldn't have known that the CBA was going to change in the way that it did.
Exactly.
So they had these contracts. They just wrote these contracts for these people, and then everything changed, and they're like, oh, okay.
The same way the Kings are going to go through the unknown growing pains of this new draft lottery system, that's what Denver and some of these other teams are going through with the second apron, with the apron system. So which is the better situation to be in? I have no idea. Like, the Kings could be, and I hope this isn't the case, but we talked about when this new draft lottery system came out, there's going to be some team that desperately needs a top pick that 4 years in a row until the sunset provision or whatever the hell they put in there, with essentially the bailout, for 3 or 4 straight years, they are in the range of being a bottom 5 team, and the best pick they get is like number 8. And we've seen that because the Kings have low-key experienced that already during the playoff drought. The Kings had the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th pick so many freaking times and never could get out of their own way.
And never a draft like we just saw either.
Right. And like next year's draft is going to be, sounds like significantly worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like
crazy.
So the Kings are going to be managing that and going through that. That's what Denver's going through right now. So I'm sympathetic towards them. And the system, like the apron system, might need to be adapted a bit because it does seem like it's a little too harsh. But you also can avoid putting yourself in positions like that by not reaching too deep into the wallet for players that you aren't sure are worth the money. Shout out the Detroit Pistons. I think they're doing it right.
I do too. It's hard to do, but got to do it sometimes.
We'll take the break. When we come back, let's continue our NFL division previews. We're looking at the AFC North. Then we've got Kayla's 2-minute drill right after that. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm at Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Tyler Soderstrom was placed on the 15-day IL for a left hip impingement. He heads to LA this week to see a hip specialist to determine next steps on his return to action this year. Justin Sterner underwent right knee surgery last week and will miss the remainder of the year. Jeffrey Springs threw 3 innings in Stockton last week and is pacing to return to the Green and Gold later this month.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Folsom Chevy is truck country, where great deals and a wide selection of new Silverado half-ton pickup trucks rolls through August with a 0% financing offer. Swing by the Folsom Auto Mall or go to folsomchevy.com to find out more. Folsom Chevy, together, let's drive.
Are you looking for an easy win on game night? The Sacramento River Cats Family Fun Pack bundles everything you need for a fun night at the ballpark. It's perfect for families or friends and makes planning so simple. Lock in your Family Fun Pack today at rivercats.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 15, Mr. Relevant, Brock Purdy's first start.
To say the 2022 season for the 49ers was wild would be an understatement. It started with the idea of unleashing Trey Lance on the NFL. He got hurt in week 2. They went on to Jimmy G, who kept the ball rolling until week 13 when he got hurt against the Dolphins, so the last pick in the draft, Brock Purdy, had to come in. The next week, Purdy's first NFL start was a dominant 35-7 home victory over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The rookie, Mr. Irrelevant, made history by becoming the first quarterback to beat Brady in his first career start, completing 16 of 21 passes for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. $10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Continuing with our NFL division previews, we are up north in the AFC today. We did the NFC North in the or earlier in the week on Tuesday. The AFC North is going to be an interesting battle. Of course, you've got the historic rivalry between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And I would say that most people would expect Baltimore to be the best team in the division just simply because of Lamar Jackson, but they went through a big coaching change. We'll see the kind of impact that had. The Steelers technically won the division last year with a 10-win, 7-loss record, and I guess you can call that the Aaron Rodgers effect if you want to. But Kayla, it's not that I'm like super low on the Steelers in the sense that I think they'll be awful. I just don't trust a single thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't.
It's hard to trust anything about them because of like what have you done for us lately. And the Steelers, they've been such a steady Eddie organization because of Mike Tomlin and their defense. But how long now have we been saying, but their offense, like what has their offense been? Their offense hasn't been anything. No. It's been awful. It's been, it's needed resuscitation, and the best thing that they've got that they think was resuscitation was Aaron Rodgers, and he's past his prime. I'm not saying he's garbage. I mean, he took him to the playoffs last year, but they need a lot on that offensive side of the ball that's better. And I know that they hired Mike McCarthy, and they're hoping that they can get some sort of a production out of him and the reuniting between him and Aaron. I get that, but this is still not a team that's proven anything as of late, that they're one of those teams of late in terms of defense even. So I'm with you. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out on them because I really don't know what they're going to be, and I don't expect much out of Aaron Rodgers.
This has the potential to be one of the most competitive divisions that is also underwhelming. Like, I think between the Steelers, Ravens, and the Bengals, it will be a good fight. And you can make a legitimate case. Sorry, Browns, but enjoy the bottom. The three of those teams, like,
Bottom
you can
feeders.
make a legitimate case for why all three of them will win the division. Like, if you were to ask me which team am I rooting for to win the division, it's Joe Burrow and the Bengals, for sure. I think they have the most chance to be the most fun. Who would I put my money on? The Baltimore Ravens, even though we don't know about their coaching situation now that John Harbaugh is gone. But even so, like, it might be a 3-horse race for this division, and whoever wins it is 2 games over 500. Like, I'm not thrilled by any of these teams.
I'm not either. I mean, usually it would be like in the last few years, it would have been for me like Baltimore Ravens. Like, here, that's my answer.
Yeah.
But I am questioning Lamar Jackson and this new head coach and this new staff. And Lamar has a ton of pressure on him.
Yeah.
Like, I know Lamar is a really talented quarterback, and it can't just be put on Lamar. Like, this defense needs to be better. The defense was disappointing last year when it comes to the Ravens. So there's a lot of steps they have to take forward to be able to win the division. Cincinnati, they've been in a window. And we've said ever since they have Joe Burrow, that should put them in this window where they can be competing. But they haven't been even close to being back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so you wonder that because it's Joe Burrow's been hurt.
Yeah.
And once Joe Burrow gets hurt, everything kind of goes downhill. Oh, and to add to it, their defense has been cheeks in the last couple of years. Now, they've added a little bit, and we'll see what happens with the defense this year. But if their defense isn't improved and Joe Burrow has bumps and bruises again, we can pretty much put them out of the picture as well.
Yeah, I think I'm a soft Bengals fan this year. Like, I'm a Bengals fan light. I find myself rooting for, I don't know what it was about Joe Burrow saying this is our best team.
You loved that.
Talking about his
This is
LSU
like, it's going to be like
days.
my LSU days when I
don't
won the
know.
national championship.
I kind of want to see it. Like,
It's not like I don't. I
I
mean, they've got talent. They've got Jamar Chase.
T. Higgins.
Like T. Higgins.
Yeah.
They have pieces there.
Yeah.
And I love the whole, still like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, like that relationship. And I think they're one of the best duos, but can Joe be there?
I think I'm drawing a lot of similarities, and I have to be careful here because this is not an exact comparison and someone's going to throw a tomato at me. I'm drawing a lot of similarities between the position the Bengals are in and a position the Niners are in. Now, the Niners are a way better team, in my opinion, and they're in a way harder division.
Mm-hmm.
But the Niners are, in like we've talked about until we're blue in the face over the last couple months, in my opinion, it's the Niner offense that's going to separate them in that division, and it's the same thing with the Bengals. Like, to me, that Bengals offense has to be way better than they were last season. That
Right.
Bengals offense, well, they were, believe it or not, significantly better. Well, I wouldn't say significantly, but they were better than the Steelers' offense was. It's just their defense was so abysmal, the injuries they dealt with, and Pittsburgh's defense was really, really good. That's why Pittsburgh won the division. But Cincinnati's offense has the potential, even with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, to be the most deep and explosive, and that's what has me interested in Cincinnati.
So I know the Browns are always going to get the bottom of the list right off the jump because what have they done to prove otherwise?
Yeah.
And there's always some sort of major controversy going on with whether it be the head coach is new or the quarterback's new or they've got an injury. It's always something in Cleveland. But I will say this, like, it's the quarterback for sure, the whole situation's here. Will it be Deshaun Watson? Will it be Shedeur Sanders? That's the major one. And can either of those guys be good enough to have this team in the mix? Because if you truly look at the Browns roster, it's not bad.
No. It's
just, it's the quarterback position that year in and year out, they cannot get right.
Yeah.
And it looks like Deshaun Watson's going to win the job. Now, Shedeur Sanders is going to get a chance with the preseason game coming up this week to prove like he can be the guy. But Deshaun went out and kind of showed that he might be in front right now. I don't want to see that, but he might give them the best chance at this moment to win. But he also has had health issues.
I'm not going to pretend that if Shedeur Sanders was starting for the Cleveland Browns that they'd have a better chance in the division. I don't believe that necessarily. I just think that's more of a reason for people to care about Browns football. That's essentially where I'm at. Until I read the words, Deshaun Watson has lost the starting job or will not start for the Cleveland Browns, I'm completely and utterly checked out on the Browns. Now, part of that is because screw Deshaun Watson. But the other part, it's just there's nothing endearing about that team being led by Deshaun. Mm-hmm. There's no ceiling. There's no optimism. There's just nothing there. It's just the Cleveland Browns of situations.
Well, there's that poo emoji.
Yes. It is the Browns.
Should they change their mascot to the poo emoji, the Cleveland Browns?
Their logo? Imagine. You know how that merch would sell?
Oh, my God. I might buy me one of them.
Rather than the helmet?
The helmet?
Yeah, and it's...
What a logo.
I mean, because it's the Browns.
Browns.
That's just the poo emoji, I think would be
Makes more sense than
brilliant.
an orange helmet.
Yeah.
I like the Browns aesthetic a lot, though.
No, their unis are... And I like the Brown fans.
Yeah,
like,
the
they've
fans are
stuck
great.
with it through literally...
Listen.
Thick and thin of the poo.
They've sat through and watched and paid a lot of money, I'm sure, season ticket holders to watch terrible football. If you're trying to sell to me week 1, I'm fired up to watch my Browns and Deshaun Watson again. How am I even remotely interested?
Well, real quick on that, you know why this is all a mess is because the fans absolutely despise Deshaun. And so right now, the fans are booing him.
You want Shador.
And it is a huge, they want Shador to be the guy. So, you're also ownership hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that it doesn't play a part because it sells tickets.
Yeah.
So it's a mess in there, or up there constantly.
So who's your pick? AFC North champion is?
I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
I am.
Lamar Jackson effect. We shall see. They better hope so because they blame John Harbaugh for basically everything.
Right.
Give me the Cincinnati freaking Bengals,
He's
man.
a Joe believer.
I'm riding the Bengals. Stay healthy. And Joe, get back to your LSU days, my man. I'm hoping the Bengals can put on a show with that offense because I like the weapons that they have. We'll continue our division previews on Tuesday of next week when we talk about the NFC South. But for now, it's almost time for Kayla's 2-minute drill. What's happening around the NFL? Kayla will tell us next on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in L.A., red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The groundbreaking Advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally here in Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Thankfully, you no longer have to travel far to get the very best in hair restoration. Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in the places where it's disappeared for years. It's a simple one-day treatment, and your new hair, it begins regrowing the very next day. And the best part, it's guaranteed to grow for life. In celebration of Advanced Hair's grand opening in Sacramento and the Bay Area, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation to find out if you qualify. 916-314-HAIR. The best team in technology and hair restoration are finally here. 916-314-HAIR, or become inspired with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
High voltage live boxing action returns to the venue with Thunder Showdown number 5 on Saturday, September 5th. Uppercut Promotions list a lineup of 10 fights with a stacked lineup of pro fighters. Thunder Showdown number 5, Saturday, September 5th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Fight card subject to change.
The biggest concerts and events are on the Sactown Sports live events calendar. August 21st, party with the B-52s and Men Without Hats at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Ty Myers takes over the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater as he serves Republic August 22nd. George Thorogood rocks Thunder Valley August 24th. September starts with Thunder Showdown 5 Pro Boxing September 5th. Zach Top headlines 2 nights at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater September 11th and 12th. Five Finger Death Punch Rocks Toyota Amphitheater September 14th. Earth, Wind & Fire light up Hard Rock Live Sacramento September 15th and 16th. And Riley Green hits Toyota Amphitheater September 19th. Then check out California Overland Adventure and Power Sports Show September 26th and 27th at the Sonoma County Event Center. October brings Leonard Skinner October 2nd at Ironstone Amphitheater. And Thomas Rhett October 3rd at Golden One Center. Find every show and every ticket now on the Sactown Sports live events calendar at sactownsports.com.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Most golfers practice their swing, but ignore the body swing in the club. We help golfers move better, get stronger, reduce pain, build power, and play longer. Join us for a free trial week and see how golf-specific training can help you support your body and your game. Try a class, meet the team, and find a right program for your goals. Call 916-802-5175 or visit golffitnesssolutions.com. Golf Fitness Solutions. Move better, feel better, play better.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
Yes, it is 2-minute drill time. Kayla Anderson's got the stories and the puns to get us ready for Niners and Raiders football tonight, week 2 of the preseason. And if I'm not mistaken, Kayla, are we not 3 weeks away today from the opening game of the season, which is the Niners and the Rams in Australia?
Because we only have, after this week, we only have one more week of preseason games. Then we have that layaway week where they just sit around and pretty much lay around with a little bit of practice involved.
Yeah, practicing.
And then I guess we get started.
Well, 3 weeks away. We're almost there. What's going on in the National Football League?
All right, let's start with this because this was once something that 49ers fans were very interested in and paying close attention to. Big buck surrenders. Now, you got to think a little bit into this, Anthony. Do you know what a Buccaneer is and the big pirate ship and all that stuff? So
I'll let you explain it before. I know what it is.
Yeah, big buck surrender. So,
Sorry.
But that's pretty much what Vita Vea did. He surrendered after demanding a trade. He said that, guess what? I'm actually going to agree to terms with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The hold-on is officially over, so he did surrender. They have announced that he has a 1-year extension with the team. So this adds $6 million to the $18 million he was already set to make in 2026. So a total of $24 million there, plus an additional $24 million in 2027. And now all of a sudden, Vita, who is 31 but still a beast, is saying, "Oh yeah, like the trade thing, like that's off the books." So you go from like demanding a trade, and we're literally talking about how he said according to some sources, he wanted to go to certain places, and one of those places was California. There was like details about this, and then all of a sudden he surrendered and said, nah.
Whoops.
I'm staying in Tampa.
Back up the bus.
Yeah.
Back it up. Well, I still got paid a little bit at least. Big Buck settles for less booty. I don't like that.
Big Buck surrenders. Because he's, I
don't like that one, Matt.
Shut up, Anthony.
Big booty. All right, how about this one? Because Matt's not participating. He's crossing his arms. He's all in all in a frenzy.
I have issues with this.
Give me a break.
This is a repeat joke.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it? Controversy.
No, it's not.
You did the same thing for Stephon Diggs.
And Anthony was not on the show when this happened.
That doesn't matter.
Different audience.
Can you dig it?
She did the same thing for Stephon Diggs.
Thank you. Shut up from the peanut gallery.
If it's a repeat joke, that's controversial. It's
But
controversial.
he was not. But Anthony was not on the show, and he is the one that distributes the badoom booms or the eh.
I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll go.
Well, you just gave me the badoom. Former Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs plans to sign a one-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, Diggs has had a little bit of a tumultuous ending when it comes to Dallas, where he was for a very long time. By the way,
say that again.
Where his kid made me just so happy to watch Hard Knocks that season. His kid was the coolest kid I've ever seen in my life, and I think that made me like Diggs. So this is also in addition, guys, to remember Terrion Arnold, who they plan to sign, who is going through that whole legal thing. So they've already said that they plan to sign him. They're going through the ups and downs of trying to get this done. So now they have given Trayvon Diggs an extra
nice boost.
Or a second chance, I guess.
Nice boost to a really good secondary. So, but there's no, you got to perform to stay on the field in that secondary.
I mean, maybe competition breeds competition.
For sure.
Iron sharpens iron, whatever you want to say there. Remember when Diggs was just having that incredible season? I don't know how many interceptions he had, but it was like every weekend he was getting multiple, at least a interception, a couple it was insane.
I'm trying to remember how many he had.
I want to say it was about 4 years ago. I could be off on that because time gets away from me.
He had 11 interceptions in 2021.
Yeah, that was in. So 4 years, 5 years ago.
3 interceptions, then 11 interceptions, then 3 interceptions, then 1, then 2, and then really he had 0 interceptions last season.
Yeah, it was not good. But I remember that year that he had all those. That was fun. All right. Worries for Warren. Nothing too. Yeah, I know. Nothing too crazy here. I tried to think about that one and I couldn't find any. Indianapolis Colts star tight end Tyler Warren. This is what's worrying me. He sustained a groin injury. What did I say yesterday? This groin injury thing this offseason with teams in this training camp season in particular, it's been a thing. And the groins are the worst thing to have because they come back to haunt you. And so I always worry when I see like this injury in particular, but it's not good news for the Colts because they're already out Alec Pierce, who I told you the other day, he's dealing with that, recovering from the surgery that he had. So now Tyler Warren, their star tight end, is out. They don't know exactly a return on that, but he won't be back probably for training camp.
Are they downplaying it?
So they pretty much just said he left practice, leaving another injury question with the team's group of pass catchers. So.
Huh. Well, they did just bring in Keenan Allen.
Well, yeah,
He's not a tight end,
my
though.
point, and my point is like I'm talking about your stars, like your top, your top guys.
Yeah, one after another.
So this one, I had this up on my thing, and it went down. So I'm trying to bring it back up. This is a weird one, you guys. You've probably seen this morning. Here it goes. Okay, so the title for this one, Cold Feet. Did you read the actual thing?
I did. Maybe I don't get it. Why are they cold?
Cold feet because they dipped into the NFL waters and they literally came out of college and went through the whole process and signed with teams, and now they're going back.
Someone getting cold
to
feet
college.
is just a saying.
Back to school.
They got cold feet. Now they're like, we're going to go back to college.
Going on back.
So former Ole Miss starters Daquan Wright, Xavier Harris, and Wyatt Williams, all who signed with NFL teams this summer, are a group. So it's not just them. It's a group of athletes who are guaranteed temporary restraining order Wednesday to return to college for one more season. So now they're like, yeah, we can't cut it in the NFL. Yeah, we're going to go back to college for a fifth year. I don't love it.
It is optically,
I know it's there and they're allowing them to do it, but that to me is the epitome of cold feet.
I think it opens the door to a lot of people doing this now, which is going to be
I think
more
that's
of
a bad standard to set.
I would agree. I don't think it's
That's called I can't say it on air.
It's the best look. But what about like going back for your master's or something? What about that?
No.
Like that would be the headline?
Like you're going back to your school for the master's.
It's cold feet.
We're workshopping this. We're doing this together. This is collaborative.
It doesn't always have to be a pun.
Not a pun. Just going back to school.
Why
would you go back to
that's
college?
boring.
To get your master. All right.
It doesn't have to be a joke, but it does have to be a joke for the Badoom Tisk.
I think cold feet is a great one.
It's a good headline.
It's like when you say you're going to go get married and you're at the altar and you're almost there. And then you're like, nope. And then you back off. And then
Left
you
at
don't.
the altar.
It's not a bad headline. It's just not a joke.
Runaway bride.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a joke.
It doesn't. Maybe I shouldn't have done anything. Maybe it shouldn't have gotten the wrong buzzer or a Badoom Tisk.
I was
Well,
just
maybe
trying
we
to
need
collaborate.
I'm not getting your opinion on this.
All right.
Quit talking from the peanut gallery.
Okay, sorry.
He wants to make the joke so bad.
He does. He wants to come up with it.
I want a Badoom.
Let me have my stinking segment. Thank you.
You got one today, Matt.
He did?
I want another one.
What was it?
I don't remember.
This is the very beginning of the show. It wasn't even acknowledged.
I love
I
how
Badoom Tisk. That's acknowledgement.
I know. My co-host didn't even acknowledge it. She just kept it moving.
please tell me what it is. I don't know.
I don't remember, but it was good. I remember it being funny.
I need to rewind to go back.
Things move so fast around here.
They do, especially on this show.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm. Especially a 2-minute drill.
Can I talk now?
It's not over yet. Let me
right.
see. Okay. That's your 2-minute drill.
We'll be right back after this.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Tyler Soderstrom was placed on the 15-day IL for a left hip impingement. He heads to L.A. this week to see a hip specialist to determine next steps on his return to action this year. Justin Sterner underwent right knee surgery last week and will miss the remainder of the year. Jeffrey Springs threw 3 innings in Stockton last week and is pacing to return to the Green and Gold later this month.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Save big on Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and 51 MPG Camry. Get 1.99% APR on the all-electric 2026 CHR. Or get 0% APR plus $500 finance cash on that fully electric 2026 BZ and the BZ Woodland. Toyota's national sales event is on now. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Not be combined with other offers. Ends 8/31/26.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Styles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's happening for the Make This the Summer Sales event.
Right now, you can save up to $19,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. That means you can not only take home one of America's favorite trucks while saving thousands, you also get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And we have new Rams starting as low as $35,995.
Wow, that's the biggest savings of the year. And I've not seen a warranty like that on a truck in a really long time.
That's why Ram is one of America's favorite trucks. Plus, with over 600 Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
19,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs after dealer discount and factory incentive. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade. 500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 this net savings. $35,995 price for 2026 Ram 1500 tradesman. VIN number 421999. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
I would like to respectfully request that nobody bother me from 5 to 7 p.m. this evening, because according to Adam Schefter, Raiders' #1 overall pick Fernando Mendoza is expected to play roughly the first half tonight versus the Texans.
Nice.
So everybody
Very
leave me
nice.
alone. Child, go into the other
leave
room.
me alone.
Wife, do whatever you want to do because
Leave me alone.
you're the boss.
Careful there.
What?
I was almost bad. You almost just told your wife to leave you alone on air.
No, I just told her you can do it if she
I'm
wants.
afraid of a lot of things he's going to say today.
What does that mean?
I just am.
Well, that's an excellent segue into this that we unfortunately are going to bring up here because it is a story released by ESPN and it involves the Sacramento Kings organization. I will just read essentially it verbatim. A former assistant athletic trainer for the Sacramento Kings has filed a lawsuit against the organization and its senior director of athlete health, alleging pregnancy discrimination, sexual harassment, retaliation, and wrongful termination, according to court documents. Crystal Lee, an assistant athletic trainer for the Kings from 2022 until 2025, alleges in a suit filed in California Superior Court earlier this month that she was demoted during and after her pregnancy. When Lee returned from maternity leave, she alleges she was kept from traveling with the team and eventually from treating Kings players. She also alleges that she was fired less than a month after bringing her complaints to the Kings Senior Vice President of Human Resources. Kings attorney Alexis Gabrielson said in a statement to ESPN, the Sacramento Kings categorically deny these allegations and reject the characterization of the organization and its workplace reflected in these claims made by a disgruntled former employee. The Kings take allegations of discrimination and harassment seriously and are committed to maintaining a workplace where all employees are treated with dignity and respect. The organization intends to vigorously defend against these claims through the legal process and will not comment further on the pending proceedings. Crystal Lee, her attorney, Robert King, told ESPN, "We have made prior efforts to resolve this matter with the Kings that were unsuccessful. We did attend a mediation with the Kings in an effort to resolve this." The article goes into more detail about certain situations that Lee claims took place during her employment with the Sacramento Kings. Of course, this is not a topic to have opinions on or to discuss in depth. This is an acknowledgement that this story is out there. You can read more about it on ESPN, and any further updates on this story we will provide for you here on Sactown Sports. So there you go. Never fun reading stories like this, whether it's about your team or any team in general, any organization in general. So we'll wait to see how the rest of this plays out. Anyway, shall we get back to sports talk?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the actual Sacramento Kings basketball side of things. I did a podcast with Chris Watkins yesterday, latest edition of the Matt George podcast, which you can check out right now. And the episode was centered around Zach LaVine. And Chris is amazing, as we know. He's been on the show a number of times, does incredible work here for Sactown Sports. Chris brought a couple of really interesting questions to the table that I thought, Kayla, I answered them on the podcast, but I thought I'd pick your brain on and we can kind of discuss and go back and forth. The first question is, will the Kings, this is me kind of paraphrasing what Chris's question was, but the interpretation of it for this segment. Will the Kings have to bend more than Zach LaVine at least to start the season? And what I mean by that is we talked a lot about conversations that likely took place between Perry and Zach over the course of the summer before Zach made his decision, which is, Zach, the ball's in your court. It's your choice. But if you agree to come back and pick up your option, this is what we're doing in Sacramento. This is what we'd expect your role to be. The question is, are the Kings able to play more hardball on that, considering they need to win basketball games? Offense is going to be their primary strength, and Zach LaVine, when on, is one of the most or more gifted three-way scorers, three-level scorers in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So will the Kings have to bend in terms of allowing Zach LaVine the leeway to just be Zach LaVine versus Zach LaVine having to play defense in order to stay on the court?
So I truly think that if Zach starts the year, which he should start the year healthy, and he should be a guy who feels self-motivated to come out and to do whatever he can to either help raise his stock, or I would hope he could want to, or he would have the mentality of, I want to win, because I don't know what player wouldn't just want to win. Even if on paper you don't look like you're going to win, I'm sure he's going to go out there with the mentality of like, I want to win games. So I think like what we saw last year when he was healthy to start the year, while he's not going to ever be that defender that a Doug Christie would really, want on the court, because he'd want more out of a player, I would think, but he is a vet and he is set in his ways, and that's just not who he is. He was still giving effort.
Yeah.
Like I remember Doug specifically pointing out LaVine in that time where he did play last year and saying, like, we're seeing that effort out of Zach.
That was one of my biggest takeaways from training camp last year.
Sure.
Zach was more bought in defensively to what the Kings were trying to do than I had seen at any point like in his career. But granted, I hadn't covered his full career. We saw what that amounted to.
Yeah.
But To your point, I'm backing up.
Yeah, because I think that he's going to go out there with that same mentality, at least to start the year. Now, we never know what's going to happen during a year, because for him, it was more like the slump hit and then the injuries hit.
Yeah.
And so we at that point, we didn't even talk about the defense because he wasn't out there. Mm-hmm. So I think he'll start the year with that same mindset of like, I'm going to try to do whatever I can, especially knowing that Acuff is also going to be on the floor with him.
Yeah.
And that he is the one that can at least, do that and has done that in terms of like the effort. Because he knows that Acuff is also going to have that pressure, but Acuff also has all these other pressures on top of it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know necessarily if they'll have to bend at least early on, because I think we're going to get Zach's best effort in both parts of it, whether it be defense or the offense part that comes naturally to him.
I'm not so sure about that second part.
The defense?
I'm not so sure about Zach's best effort.
And why?
So I have to acknowledge this before even saying anything.
Because you know me, I put a lot of pressure on. Like I am not a big like in the fan club.
Yeah, very much.
Nothing against him personally.
No,
just
I understand.
On the floor.
One of the things that quote unquote got me in trouble with Russell Westbrook, I think, but it's one of the things he brought up when we were having our back and forth, is he said, "Yes, do you know me?" And I said, "Well, yes, I know you, Russ. I know I've covered your career." "No, do you know me personally?"
Yeah.
"Well, no, I don't." I do not know Zach LaVine personally, so I don't know what Zach LaVine's primary motivations are. If I were to guess, winning is number 3 on those list of motivations. Motivation number 1 in my mind for Zach LaVine is playing well enough to earn as big of a next contract as I can, because I think Zach LaVine has one big contract left. I don't think it's ever going to be.
It's that. Yeah,
it's not going to be what it is now. But could Zach LaVine be a $30 million per year player? I think he could play his way into potentially being that for 2 or 3 more years, depending upon how the season goes. Which leads me to number 2 priority, which is numbers. But it's specific numbers. This is what Chris and I talked a lot about yesterday. Winning games would help his case, showing that he can contribute to winning. But I do think a lot of teams, naturally, if Zach LaVine is traded at the trade deadline or is available at the trade deadline, and let's say a contending team or a team that's in the playoff hunt trades for him, if the Kings are a 18-win team at that point, I think it's easy to go, it's more on the Sacramento Kings than it is on Zach LaVine. Like, the Kings are not in a position where they're necessarily going to win. What's most important for Zach LaVine, in my opinion, the numbers that will get him the best payday are his efficiency. Not so much the amount of points he's scoring. If Zach LaVine scores 30 points a game on a losing basketball team, I don't think that matters.
No.
As much as if Zach LaVine scored 22 points a game while shooting 44% from three-point range. That was the exact number. He was shooting 50, 40, 90 when the Kings traded for him from Chicago. Now, the difference between that trade, which we all acknowledge was a terrible trade because the Kings were the only team interested in LaVine, and where LaVine's at now is his contract. He had multiple years left on his deal at the time. He's now an expiring contract. So Zach LaVine inherently should have more value today than he did when the Kings traded for him because his contract is not as bad. If you can take Zach's efficiency in Chicago, which happened to be after DeMar DeRozan left, and now he's no longer here in Sacramento, copy and paste that to this year, I think that is the golden ticket to Zach LaVine getting paid. So efficiency for Zach, I think, is more important than any defense that he plays or any winning. But in theory, his efficiency would lead to winning.
That's my whole point, right? Like, if he's out there giving his best effort, which should mean you want to be efficient. Absolutely. Because you just pointed out the great example. When you're inefficient, but you have a lot of points, like at this point in his career, people see that, teams see that, and are like, yeah, that doesn't mean crap.
Yeah.
Like, now, if he's efficient, and maybe you don't have 30 points, but you're in that 20 range, and you are helping your team win a few more games and whatever, then I think teams look at it and are like, okay, this could be interesting. And can I ask something really quick? So how long was it how long did LaVine and did DeRozan and LaVine play together?
LaVine and DeRozan played together for 4 years, I want to say.
Did LaVine play by himself without DeRozan at any point here?
In Sacramento?
Yeah.
No. When he was traded to Sacramento,
it was with DeMar.
And to be fair to Zach, the 30-some-odd games after he was traded here, even though the Kings lost in the play-in, and that's kind of all we remember from that stretch, he still shot the ball really, really well. So it's not like it's DeMar DeRozan's fault. That's not what people are saying. But his time in Chicago after DeMar left, that's when Zach was playing some of his most efficient basketball.
Right.
So can the Kings get back to that? Or can Zach get back to that? If he can, I think that's his best chance of getting the biggest payday.
It's such I wish we were already in training camp where we could ask these questions. Right. But it is a fascinating question that I don't know if someone's directly ever asked Zach about that efficient time in his career. Mm-hmm. And I know it can be a little bit rude, but the way you present it, I mean, I'd be fascinated to hear if there was something that he felt in that time period where he found the efficiency.
Zach's always been a relatively efficient shooter. It's just the difference was he went from in the 2023-2024 season where he only played 25 games because of injury. He was shooting roughly 35% from three-point range.
Okay.
The following year, he played 74 games and shot 44% from three, and that was the year he was traded to Sacramento.
Okay.
Halfway through.
And
he continued. He carried over the final 32 games in Sacramento that season. He averaged 22 points, and he shot 51% from the field and 44% from three-point range.
Okay.
And to be fair, last season, in the 39 games that he played last season, he shot 39% from three. If Zach LaVine can shoot over 40% from three-point range and show that I believe he's going to be the top scoring option in Sacramento, but I don't think anybody's trading for Zach LaVine to be their top scoring option. The example, what Chris and I discussed yesterday, this is just a hypothetical situation that popped in my head. The Golden State Warriors. Mm-hmm. The Golden State Warriors have Jimmy Butler on a big money expiring deal. I don't know what their plans are for Jimmy Butler going forward, but let's say it's not working. Jimmy's not the same player now that he's coming back from this catastrophic injury. By the way, I hope this isn't true because I like Jimmy Butler a lot. But do the Golden State Warriors see Zach LaVine as a $48 million expiring contract, but he's shooting the ball really efficiently, and they're trying one last-ditch effort to make it out of the play-in and be a playoff team this year and go, we understand the defensive problems, but we're going to try and go Splash Brothers backcourt 2.0 and bring a super efficient shooter to play next to Steph Curry and just see if that gives us a better chance to make as deep of a run now. That doesn't mean they're going to sign Zach LaVine long-term, but I think that in terms of, and this is where it benefits the Kings, because for the Kings, you want Zach to play well enough to where you can trade him and get some sort of value rather than watching him walk for nothing. Mm-hmm. So in general, both of them should play off of each other to your original point. If Zach LaVine's more efficient, it should increase the Kings' chances to win. I just don't think where this whole we go back to should Zach LaVine have to bend more, should the Kings have to bend more. I think the Kings should naturally have to bend more because to expect Zach LaVine to play the defense standard, quote unquote, that Doug Christie is trying to preach at this point in his career on a contract year when he knows his offense is what's gotten him paid to this point.
Sure.
And the Kings need the offense to be their strength next year. I just don't think the Kings have as much of a leg to stand on as Zach does.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to completely just like not give any effort on that end. I don't think that's what he's going to do. I don't think he's that bad of a team player, even though he's going to be wanting to get his this year, you're right, and that's more on the offensive side. So I think if they have to bend, it's a little bit of a bend. It's not a full back bend because they kind of already expect that is who he is.
Yeah.
But we've also told him if there's any point of the season where things get bad or where, I hope this doesn't happen, but Zach is just not up to standard with his offensive game.
Yeah.
That and they see somebody else that needs to be given the chance at that point, maybe a younger guy. Mm-hmm. I think those are things where Zach's going to have to bend because he's been kind of pre-warned, this is what it is this year.
An area where the Kings don't have to bend or break is Zach might be their leading scorer, but he's not their top guy.
Right.
And at no point, does Zach LaVine ever have to, and he might feel a certain type of way about it, and that's fine. That's just being a competitor. I'm sure he wouldn't be alone in that locker room. But Scott Perry can make it and has made it abundantly clear that no matter how many shots you get and how many points you put up this year on a contract year, you're not going to be the top guy on this team. The top guy is Darius Acuff Jr. Mm-hmm. Now, he's not ready to step into that role maybe right away as a rookie, and you don't just want to throw him out there to the Wolves and say, shoot 20 times a game. But Darius Acuff Jr. is the most important focal point of the Kings next season. He is.
Yeah.
Because he's the future. And how Sabonis supports that, and Levine supports that, and Keegan supports that. That's kind of priority number one, at least in the eyes of the front office, if I were to guess.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I would run the front office.
By the way, did you see the clips of Darius?
No.
Recently? You haven't pulled up Twitter?
No. What did I miss of Darius?
He's in Rico Hines runs.
Yeah, Rico
Is he
Hines runs. Yeah.
Coach Hines.
So, like,
There's some other Kings.
Yeah, there's some other Kings. There's some other prospects.
I missed this.
Rookies, I guess you call them now.
I see.
Yeah, so they that's been going around, some of the clips from that.
His handles are so smooth, man.
I know, aren't they? It makes it like he looks effortless when he...
Is he wearing Kings shorts? Attaboy.
Oh, yeah, of course. Got to represent.
Attaboy.
I hope that's what we like that comfortability is what we eventually like see here. Like more so not halfway through the season. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
yes.
It's just being comfortable like he's in a gym. Like hopefully that eventually shakes off the rust or the bright lights of the NBA and the rust of not playing for a minute and you get that just you look at him and say, oh, that's so smooth, or that's effortless.
It sounds simple, like oversimplified, because as a rookie, I'm sure everything feels like it's moving at a million miles per hour, but just play ball.
I know. I'm like, think of yourself back in that gym in Detroit.
Just play ball.
Right?
Just ball out, play ball, get comfortable, find your spots, test, experiment. If you lose, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Kings aren't expected to be good. And I know you say you're coming in here as a winner. I appreciate that. It's not going to be your fault if you're not winning right away.
Yeah.
But you do have a torch
that's
to carry.
That's the one thing Acuff has to kind of restructure his brain for at least a short time, because you always want him to be a winner and you always want him to think, I want to win. Mm-hmm. But he also has to accept where he's at right now and know, like, you can't kill yourself if you don't win right now.
The losing can't impact you as much as it easily could. Mm-hmm. Very easily could. Second question that Chris asked, which I felt pretty definitive in my answer to this, but I'm curious your thoughts on this, Kayla. Is there a scenario, like we've discussed with Domantas Sabonis, where Zach LaVine can play his way into a new but less expensive deal with the Kings?
I don't think so. I think
agree.
I'd really, really have to see just some magic, especially with him and Acuff. Like, something would have to be, I think more so Acuff would have to show like this crazy improvement in defense and showing everything like perfect for a rookie. And then Zach was also eating offensively. So I don't see that being the case. Mm-hmm. It's too much for me to try. It's too much of a push for me.
I've said, and I stand by, if Zach LaVine were a $30 million per year player right now with the production that he is capable of giving you, I think you'd be very happy with it. I don't know if he'd even remotely want to return to the Sacramento Kings, but I'm not going to speculate on that necessarily because that's not fair to Zach or the Kings or anybody. But I do acknowledge what Scott Perry has said about Zach in the past. We have to look at the numbers that support Scott Perry's claim or question of whether or not Zach LaVine is a winning basketball player. And I think back to, you preached to us for 2 years essentially that you got to kind of wait things out and you got to build and evaluate and this the standard and the pillars and this and that and this and that. And then to ultimately bring Zach LaVine back after telling us we kind of got to get through he never said verbatim.
No.
Perry's never said we have to wait till Zach LaVine's contract expires, but we can kind of connect the dots a little bit. Then to just bring him back, even if it's for $30 million a year.
It just
would speak to, are you abandoning ship on the pillars already?
Yeah.
Or are you bending too much? Like, I just don't think it makes sense for either Zach or the Sacramento Kings. Now the Kings maybe sign and trade him, but I don't see a scenario where Zach LaVine is back. I would guess that both parties will professionally and kindly
absolutely
part ways.
I think that, and I don't expect anything less. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, anything like, soap opera-y. Like,
No.
I think it's just going to be a clean, nice break, like you said. Both go their separate ways. The one player that I think, if anybody were to say it wouldn't be the most complete shock, is that if it were more Domantas Sabonis who eventually
I think that's
showed
realistic.
that.
I think it's realistic
Yeah,
with Sabonis. We're a long way from there. But would you be shocked if Matt George from 2028 or 2027 walks through the door and goes, Acuff and Sabonis are playing so well together that the Kings are willing to offer him a new 3-year, $30 million per year deal.
No, I wouldn't be completely shocked. Now, I would have said at the trade deadline last year, when we didn't know what this team was going to be or what the draft pick was going to be, Matt and I, just to be transparent, and you all know this if you listen to the show every day, we were dead set on you got to move Sabonis.
I kind of still am.
Yeah, but things are what they are, and things change. And I'm not saying he's going to get a new contract, but if there was anyone who would, that's a current player, veteran, I'd say him.
I still am of the belief that Sabonis will be moved next summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be the goal for the Kings, is to try and move Sabonis next summer when he's got 1 year left on his deal, and you can explore things in that sense. That being said, if Darius Acuff Jr. really benefits from playing with Sabonis, and specifically Acuff were to go to Scott Perry and go, wait a minute, I want him as my center going forward, because Sabonis is still really freaking good. That's a reminder we all need this season.
Yeah.
Sabonis staying healthy and reminding us how good he is.
Yep.
Even so, he's not $40+ million per year good.
Right.
But is he 30?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. If you were to tell me the Kings could have Sabonis back because Acuff wanted him back at $30 million a year, where do I sign? But we're a long way away from that.
I wonder how much we'd be having these dang contract conversations if it wasn't to the extent of that money with both of these players.
That's Perry's conundrum, ain't it?
Yep.
And he's working his way through it. We'll take the break. When we come back, we have some more fill in the blank.
I like this game.
49ers fill in the blanks for you. Kayla wrote a lot of these, so I'm excited to respond to
you.
them. Well, I did the first few. Then you take over from here. So we have some 49er fill in the blanks to get to before Crosstalk with Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles. To wrap up the show, it's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built Americans' financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. This is Stephen K. Bannon. What is the foundation of your savings? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. To learn more, get your free info kit from Birch Gold by texting SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to 989898. Take a stand for your financial future. Text SECURE to 989898 right now to receive your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group.
Message and data rates may apply.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Netson, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation bridges. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years, no monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
Need a reason to hit the range this week? Well, Hagen Oaks has two. Monday nights are happy hour all night long with special pricing on hot dogs and ice cold beer while you hit balls under the lights. Then Thursday, join the new Top Tracer competition nights. Play Pebble Beach, compete in closest to the pin, long drive, and more with fun interactive games for every skill level. Grab your friends and make Hagen Oaks your weeknight destination. Visit HagenOaks.com for more details. Hagen Oaks Driving Range, more games, more laughs, more reasons to play.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
We got a double dose of football to enjoy. Second Thursday in a row, we could say that. At 5 o'clock, Fernando Mendoza getting the start for the Raiders against the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud will be playing for the Texans, as well as some of their starters on offense. Sounds like their starters on defense will not be playing, though. Mendoza will likely play the entirety of the first half, which makes me giddy with glee.
I know.
Then,
I'm excited to watch like an actual full
half of
football with him, because
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch him last week because I was watching most of the Niners.
The Niners-Titans
Mhm.
game. And then, we got Niners football to enjoy after that as well, and it sounds like Brock Purdy and some of the starters will be getting some run tonight. They are taking on the Chargers down in La La Land. Trey Lance revenge game, anyone? Like, we haven't heard that before.
Jeez.
So we have that game tonight. So
What's
tomorrow,
he, a third stringer on that team?
Probably.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about Trey Lance.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo's a Ram, right? Where's Jimmy G?
I think Jimmy Garoppolo's a Ram.
Yeah, Jimmy G's
I
a
can't.
Ram.
God, I keep forgetting
In
that
LA.
too.
The other LA team.
Yeah.
I was like, is Jimmy G Herbert's back up?
That's
No, he's
wild.
a Ram. So we'll have both those games to react to tomorrow, which is going to be
Ooh,
a lot
can't
of fun
wait.
on a Friday. We also have a pretty cool guest joining us, which I'm excited
Oh,
about.
we're not saying until
Not
when?
yet. We'll share it tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll share it tomorrow. But there are some
I've only met this guest once. By
there are
the
some
way.
breadcrumbs on social media
Yeah.
that you can follow if you want to. I'll let people connect the dots with that. But looking
Okay.
forward to having that tomorrow.
Oh, he's a
for
free
you.
agent. Sorry.
Jimmy G.
Yeah,
is a free
I was
agent.
like, I don't know
Is
if
he?
he's on a team.
Yeah, no, he was on the Rams.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
why.
was like, because they have Ty Simpson.
now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that.
Jimmy G was.
I thought
a
he
Rams-
I for a second, I was like, did he?
I think he's just.
No,
I
I think he's just a free agent.
Yeah,
Probably should.
He's not that old. Like when you compare other.
34.
Is he really?
Yes.
I mean, that's not that old when it comes to some of these quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers still throwing it.
I know.
He still looks 24. Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Big
He looks
difference
so
between
young.
Jimmy Garoppolo and Aaron Rodgers there,
Yes.
but hey.
Jimmy doesn't look old.
No, Jimmy looks like he's 23 perpetually.
Mhm.
By the way, I got a message from my son's teacher today, which is always good because I just checked it during the break. Like, oh God, what did he do?
Nice.
My son has his first loose tooth.
No.
So, uh-oh.
So
Tied to the doorknob.
Yeah, we're gonna
Tooth Fairy's about
gotta
to
get
make an
creative.
appearance, baby.
Yeah, and tooth fairies are expensive now. Have you seen that?
Like what? Because I only got $1 from the Tooth Fairy.
You got $1?
Yeah.
I got like a quarter.
Oh, really?
Well, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
to set the price, Matt.
No, there's listen, they've got they talk. These kids, they talk.
So what's the talking? What's the go rate?
I'm sure it's like $5.
Okay.
Put a chip on his shoulder. Give him a penny.
I don't want him to think the tooth fairy gypped him.
I think it should be like something else. It should be cane. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense.
Yes.
Here's candy for your new tooth that you're gonna get a cavity with.
Here, you get toothpaste and a brush.
You know what I had the other day, real quick, that I hadn't had in a long time? You know, C's Candy. Obviously, there's big stores here around
Yeah.
with C's. I haven't had those lemon drops in a while. Holy smokes. Those C's candy lemon drops.
I don't think I know their names
Oh.
because they come in like the box of like.
Yeah.
You just have to gamble.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
So the lemon drops are not chocolate ones, so they'll just be in those like kind of glass containers. I think they're in. But I think I'm gonna go make my way over there. Maybe I'll bring a thing for you guys to try them.
In a glass container?
Yeah, I'll go and get some,
Fancy.
and I'll bring them over.
Not a C's candy person.
Oh, Matt doesn't want any, Kayla.
You don't want any candy?
I don't like.
What do you mean, not a C's candy person? That's a pretty
Never
broad.
mind. Matt doesn't want any. Let's just drop it, I guess.
No, you guys can have it. You can share it.
I'm not a C's candy person.
That sounds just like me.
I agree.
No, like I'm not a big chocolate fan.
It's
We've
not
talked about
chocolate. These
this.
aren't chocolate. I just said lemon drops.
But I don't know what that is. What does that mean?
You guys don't know what a lemon drop is? Look it up.
Is it like a hard lemon candy?
Yes. That's sugar. Yes.
Okay, I'll try it.
It's not chocolate. Yeah. Thank you.
Sit down,
Thank
Whitey.
you, Whitey. I'm like talking to two
Candy lemon drops.
like little dogs.
Little dogs?
That's not necessary. Oh, they do come in a glass.
Yeah. Anthony, did you see the picture of them?
No, I looked up lemon. I didn't finish the Google search.
$12.
Yes.
Shut up.
They're so good, you guys.
They're sour though, which I like.
That's what I'm saying.
So I would have these.
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to C's.
That's not what I said.
You guys can have. I don't like C's.
That's not what I said.
Clearly, you haven't done your research on C's. It's not just chocolate.
I've been in many a C's store with my
Well,
wife.
you didn't see the lemon drops.
To which I followed her around.
Thank you. Made up for my bad puns today in the 2-minute drill.
I cannot wait for the show to be over.
Hey, I've helped you get through your day. Just admit it.
These do look good.
Don't they?
$11.50 for a tiny jar though is stupid.
Well,
They come in a glass jar.
They're
apparently.
so, and I had it the other
For the
day.
jar, they probably cost them 34 cents to make the
They're pretty
candies.
big. Like these lemon drops are.
Great. So there's even
Not that
less
big.
in this tiny ass jar.
But more
What, do I get like
savory.
9 of them?
They last.
Oh, I
for a
know
minute.
these. They come in that,
Yeah.
that bag.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Lemon
I love
drops
these.
usually. Okay, see,
Yeah.
I'm on the right page with you. Okay,
You get them in like old
So
sacks.
let's-
They're like really old.
Yep,
candy.
they are. They're old candy.
I would
So
get
let
them on,
me
like, field
let me
trips.
remind myself. I've got
C's
3
candy
things
does
I've got to
sour
get.
jelly beans?
Yes.
What C's
Matt.
candy have I been to? Because
The
I follow,
wrong one.
I
Because
follow
you're not
my-
seeing anything.
I follow my. You already made that joke.
I know. I keep going. It's fun.
I follow my wife around C's candy because she's a little chocoholic, and she just gets like 17 things. None of
Because
them
you're
look
so
all that
snooty
good.
that you
No.
don't look at anything else. You have your nose up the whole time.
Yeah.
And you don't see that there's actually sour stuff.
Arm-
actually
arms
fruit
crossed.
things. Yeah.
No, I'm holding my wife's bag.
C's candy.
Respectfully, the lemon drops have 10 one-star reviews on the C's Candy website.
Well, then
so
those people suck.
I'm not alone.
You haven't even had one. Just wait. You're gonna be very thankful.
Christina rates it 21 days ago. Pucker power.
She might have-
Okay. What does that mean, Christina?
I don't know what Christina.
What are we doing?
Christina might be
Shelly
talking about something
says,
else.
"Lemon girl. I love anything lemon, and these drops are my favorite treat."
See, I like
Helpful?
Shelly.
No. I vote no on helpful for that one. Big old
What are,
no.
Why?
Why? That was the best
I
one.
don't
It's
like-
better than pucker
I
power.
don't like you, lemon girl. Refreshing and exciting taste.
Yeah, that might have been
Exciting.
mine.
That's not a real review.
Easter joy ruined.
Oh.
Can't give a review as the item was stolen as soon as it was delivered.
No, that's not their fault.
Yeah, why would they?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Check
Bad
your
review.
neighborhood
Come on,
security.
C's. Put it in my hands. Don't just leave it on the porch like a bunch of pirates, porch pirates.
Isn't that what everyone does? They deliver it and it goes to your porch like Amazon.
Yeah, but you can like tell them to do things. See, this is what I'm used to.
What?
Like
I'm
you can
so
tell them to like put
confused.
it behind something or
Do
under
something.
See, this is what I'm used to. These chocolate boxes. Look at these things. There's
Yeah.
like toothpaste in this
I don't
crap.
like that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my wife does. That's my C's candy experience.
Well, Matt, I tried to tell you that it's not just that, and you ignored me.
Well, you're right.
You guys didn't even know what a lemon drop was. And Whitey's the witness to this.
Yeah, he's really mad in here.
I know.
Still not a big fan of C's.
Yelling pucker power in here.
What's doggist? There's dog gifts. No wonder you like this place.
No, I've never been for it. I actually never been to a See's Candy. I used to get that from my grandma and grandpa growing up. They'd get us different See's Candies growing up for Christmas.
Shop. Let's see what we got. Limited times. Ooh, lollipops. No, they're all chocolate lollipops. Brittle. Blech.
Ooh, some peanut brittle is really good.
Sugar-free. What the hell's the point?
It looks like
sugar-free See's Candy. Let me just go lick pavement.
What?
That's like what? Sugar-free See's Candy. What are we doing
I
here?
mean, it's not like they don't have any sweetener
I
in
know.
it. It's not.
I want sugar-free sugar cookies. Sure. It's all, yeah. All right.
Sorry,
I'll
we
give
went
these-
off on this segment.
What? I'll give the lemon drops a try.
Yeah.
They have ice cream? No. What is this? Oh, no. These are mint chip. Oh, they are ice cream tubes.
Yeah.
Tubs. See's is branching out.
See's, sponsor us, please.
See's is branching out. See's is moving up in the world. See, they I thought there was just traditional box of chocolates.
Maybe when I go in there, I'm going to say, by the way, we just spoke about you for 10 minutes on our show, and I'm going to deliver them that clip and then tell them to sponsor us.
Don't show them the clip.
It's about 50% positive.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. I'll edit it.
Half the clip.
Yeah.
There's a significant portion of the clip you need to edit out. I've never been a box of chocolates person, though, because you open it up and I get the ones like toothpaste.
But you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
Good job. I was going to do the same thing.
By the way, Holistic Field says, don't throw us delivery drivers under the bus. See? I knew you were going to make
follow
someone
the instructions
mad.
that I put in my freaking thing. Hide it behind the pot.
Thank you, Holistic.
I
You
actually
needed
have
to hear that.
I have a pillar in front of my house, so they just put it against the pillar on the backside of the pillar so you can't see it from the street.
I know where to get my stuff.
Right?
Porch pirate.
We don't all
Congratulations.
live
You
in
get whatever
mansions.
My mansions?
One pillar.
Your apartment's probably the same size.
Not even close, bro.
It's a two bedroom. No, it's 3-bedroom. I lied. It's a 3-bedroom place. It's great though. Tiny. Perfect for us. Easy to clean.
Thanks for not getting to our questions.
We'll
have to carry him over tomorrow. No, we're just going to get...
At week 9, the 49ers
No, we're going to carry him over tomorrow.
Which
Be
Niners,
injured.
Which Niners player do you think likes C's lemon drops?
Oh, definitely Mac Jones.
What does that mean?
We like the same things.
You make me uncomfortable.
That's the point.
We got Aaron Gordon and Mac Jones in the same show. It's Kayla's heaven. Take the break. When we come in, I kind of want... Never mind. Whitey Gleason, Alan Stiles. Join us next here to wrap up the show. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Tyler Soderstrom was placed on the 15-day IL for a left hip impingement. He heads to LA this week to see a hip specialist to determine next steps on his return to action this year. Justin Sterner underwent right knee surgery last week and will miss the remainder of the year. Jeffrey Springs threw 3 innings in Stockton last week and is pacing to return to the Green and Gold later this month.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery.
One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitudes. This is easily one of the best-looking Jeeps on the road and has the latest, greatest tech.
Search, select, and save through our full inventory at HobletDodge.com. $14,500 total net savings on new Jeep Cherokee after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade and $500 military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 Cherokees at this net savings excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
So, Whitey, I really am just way off base with not knowing these See's Candy lemon drops. Like, I'm just that far out of
I don't know.
Out of the loop.
Maybe I was going to say maybe it's a generational thing, but Kayla's not a food like me.
Kayla's all
There's
about it.
lemon drops. I mean,
I know
So
the
good.
candy. I just didn't know See's did anything other than chocolate.
Well, that's just naive.
Well, I didn't know that was See's. I just knew it was a classic candy. There's go to See's. There's
there's a ton
Sunrise.
of them.
No, I know where they are.
There's one right by me too.
I follow my wife in there, and she gets a box of chocolates, and I just carry things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know there's going to be lemon drops there for you.
I've never seen it.
But I'm going to effort to get some.
If you put one in water and stir it around, would it make lemonade?
I bet you, or something.
You'd have to grind it and put it in
Yeah,
there.
you might have to grind it.
It's a great question.
Because those things take a minute for you to,
Yeah. See, I was going to try to make iced coffee recently. I had a cup of coffee.
Ooh.
Oh, get some ice. And my daughter, Janelle, she said, it won't work. She said, I've tried.
You try that, yeah. Or you have to let the coffee cool for quite a bit, and then you can put the ice in.
My
That'll
wife
work.
actually makes really good iced coffee. I don't know how she does it, though.
Really?
She makes really
Do you
good iced
have
coffee.
any particular maker?
We have like a, I don't know what the brand is, but a coffee maker at home, and then she makes iced coffee for herself every morning.
Nice.
It's really good.
That actually sounds good right
She
now.
wants one of those, like, not a coffee enough drinker to get like one of those super machines, but she kind of like wants one. And then I walked in and looked at the price of one of those things. And
You
I
told
went,
me about this because
"Bruh."
you were maybe going to get it for her birthday.
I was thinking
it?
about getting it for her for Christmas. And I don't
yeah.
care if she's not. But like they sell them at Best Buy and these things are dope. They do like everything. And I walked into this.
And he
thinking,
walked right out.
And I took one look at it. And I'm trying to bring it up right now.
It's like, nope.
Because there's the normal ones that are a couple $100. Okay, whatever. Starting at $850.
Worth it. Get to.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the one I saw. For the low price of $1,999, you too can have the whatever that is. You too can basically have Starbucks in your kitchen.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Can't do that one.
Yeah.
A little too much for me.
So settle for lemon drops.
By the way, I'm so excited because Alan Stiles is here.
Yeah, and guess what?
Oh,
he's doing his agent duties.
He's on the fake
he says
phone
one
call.
sec. He says he does the one
Hold on.
finger, and then
Hold on.
he's.
As
This
he
is
gets-
the big one,
yeah.
like his hand
Hey,
shaking.
As he gets situated.
Tell
Yeah, he has
LeBron
to
we
go.
say hello for us, please.
Yeah.
Tell LeBron we say hi.
Do you ever play Immaculate Grid?
Yeah, I used to.
No, I've not heard of that.
Yeah.
Immaculate Grid
I
is
used to
where
play it.
you can do basketball, baseball, football,
Yep.
and you have a grid
It's
like
actually kind of fun.
pick a player that played for these two teams. Anyway, you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
get
I've
a
done
low
this.
score?
I've done this.
And today on baseball so far, I got 0.8, 0.2, 0.4, 0.06, and 0.8.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty
Big
impressive.
score. Wow.
Top of the
Right?
leaderboard.
That's a good
That's
score.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what a lemon drop is?
Yeah.
Like not the martini, but like the actual lemon drop.
Those are good too.
The,
Like the candy.
candy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't
Not
know.
everybody knows what
I
that
didn't
is.
know. I didn't know.
I needed to see the bag.
It's just a hard candy.
I
It's a
didn't-
lemon
yeah.
hard candy.
I'm
He
being
thought it was a chocolate.
I'm being misrepresented. I thought I didn't know it was a C's candy. I didn't know C's candy made lemon drops. All right.
Anyway.
Great. Thanks.
So-
You either know what it
Yeah.
is or not.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right,
Well,
don't
you're
worry about it.
distracted because Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's distracted because,
Mendoza.
you know, Alfred Payton, the last time he
jeez.
played,
I'm sorry. What is that?
you know, Alfred Payton, maybe there's still something there.
You're trying to say that I'm selling Alfred Payton?
You'll sell anything
I
that
couldn't-
comes
Wait, did
to
you listen to that?
Sacramento.
Did you listen to that segment?
Tell
Probably-
me Alan Stiles doesn't listen to the show without telling me Alan Stiles doesn't listen to the show. I started the show saying, what the hell's the point?
I don't believe. Yeah. I
Well,
don't
I'm
believe you
sorry.
did.
I was having a nice lunch at Street Salon
Oh,
in Elk
geez.
Grove.
What is
Well,
that?
Guy just went there. Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives. They do. It's
Yeah,
like
guy.
Fieri.
Fieri.
Yes, was barbecue and Mexican fusion.
Oh, God, that sounds good.
What?
I got pictures. Like, you know, my wife got mad at me because I was trying to post them during the lunch. She said, "I thought you wanted to talk."
Are you one of them?
Wait, you thought you wanted to talk?
I said we talked.
Yeah, we don't.
Alan.
No, I didn't say. I said no. Yeah, we're talking. I'm sorry, and then I put it down.
Okay,
We have a
good.
no phones at the table rule in our household.
Yeah,
I bet.
and I was texting Whitey as well.
And that should be like that. That should be okay.
That
That
one.
should, because he's one of your guys on
Shame
Mount.
on you. I
your
mentioned
guys.
you by name when saying like even Alan's guy Gabe Vincent makes way more sense because I saw you tweeted about
That's
it
right.
last night.
That's right.
I paid homage to you.
Thank
and
you so much.
misrepresent me.
Time out. That's kind of a backhanded. Even Alan's guy.
Wow.
That's not
Yeah.
what I said.
No. Even.
What are you doing?
Even.
I said Alan's guy Gabe Vincent
like
wakes
slamming
me
the
more.
door.
You said even Allen had a better
You
option.
walk into
than
this
us.
room talking to LeBron and
Yeah.
then pop the mic and
Well, I'm
say,
going to be in
I'm selling
Philly, so
Alfred
we're just
Payton."
organizing
geez.
some
How
stuff.
dare
and
you.
Jalen Hurts, and yeah, I'll be out there.
Now, campaign. Let me tell you about
No.
campaign.
Yeah.
The lefty.
The lefty. Hey,
No,
you can
wrong
shoot better
Cam.
You can shoot
Wrong
better than
Cam.
28% from three.
Wrong
Alan,
Cam.
rank these 3 point guards for me if you would. Campaign, Alfred Payton, Duren Fox. Who do you got?
Oh,
Where's the window?
did you hear
can
it?
jump
Hey,
out
did you
of
hear him yesterday?
No.
He thought De'Aaron Fox was way.
Kayla. No. Kayla.
You said something else
No,
about
no.
De'Aaron Fox?
Yes, I
Hey,
did.
stay in your lane.
Yes, I did.
That's my shtick.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Kayla.
What do you say?
Whitey went over the list,
Uh-huh.
and
Of who?
The point guard.
Oh, the
rank.
hoops hype.
point guards, the
Yeah.
hoops hype.
Okay.
And Allen was very disappointed that he was not lower.
I mean, there were definitely some names that I thought,
Nice.
I'll have
Nice.
to
No,
think
this-
about it.
This is great.
I'll have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Stephon Castle? Are they calling him? What are they calling him now? A wing?
I know. I was
He's
like,
a two. He's not a point
'cause
guard.
they did-
But neither is Darren Peterson.
yeah, but there was There was guards on there that weren't.
We saw
technically
Stephon
point guards.
Castle.
Projections. These are projections.
These are projections.
Project what? We saw him turn the ball over 93 times in 2 games
These
in
are
the finals.
projections. Who? In the what?
Stephon Castle.
I don't know. I know you don't want to bring up the phone.
I wasn't sure who we were talking about there.
But one's a point guard and one's not.
Stick to your normal shtick of when Wemby was out, Duren played well. Like, that's your bread and butter.
That was regular season.
Right, but that's your bread. Just stay there. Remember in
doesn't really matter.
Stay there.
Remember in Hitch where he's dancing, you're just right here.
Yeah.
You're just right here. You just need to stay right there, Matt. When we start moving into postseason. Oh, yeah. Also, the Blazers game. Remember that Blazers game, the closeout game? That was a great game. Matt.
You know when he starts scrolling.
Matt, the door is
you
closed.
know when he
You're
starts
possibly
scrolling
scrolling
something's
right
wrong.
now.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's like this. His head's going to explode.
You're scrolling the same way I was on the phone earlier.
I'm watching AJ DeBonsa shoot shots in slow motion and just enjoying it.
How about that? Let's, you know what, enough about the past. How about that A-Cup, huh?
Yeah.
Them Rico Hines runs, Matt?
I know.
Those were
Look
solid,
good.
right?
He didn't even see him. I had to
You
bring
didn't
it up.
see him?
He didn't see him.
Matt, come on, you got to
I
see
had to
him,
bring
man.
him up.
Come on.
I know.
Matt.
Ooh, that's what we can call it.
The lemon,
that
drop. I like that, Kayla. Why do you
so
like that?
sweet.
Matt, do you
I
like
actually
that?
came up with it. Yeah,
That's
I do.
nice, Whitey.
Hey, Matt.
It's next soundtrack.
That's Whitey. We got to make the song. What do you think, Matt?
Loomed up.
You on board, Matty G?
Matt. MGP.
Do you know how anxious he is to get out of this building?
MGP for 3.
I really am. Hey, this is
I
cool.
will.
Hey, Stockton native James Nunnally is on the roster for the World Cup qualifying team.
I
for USA
love that
basketball.
guy.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you said that to us.
Matt's so cool.
Well,
Dude, honestly, thanks for that nugget.
Real quick, guys, what's coming up on the show?
Man.
Jerry
well,
Reynolds going to be with us today.
Yeah, Jerry Reynolds going to be with us today. Honestly, we have to roast the Kings, and whoever is giving Jake Fisher this info, please stop. Please.
Oh, geez.
Stop.
All right. Well, I think Matt, do you want to take us out?
Oh, go for it. You're
All
doing
right.
great.
Well, for our lovely Matt George.
That's me.
For our great drive guys.
Shut up.
And for our incredible producer, Anthony. I'm
great,
Kayla
too.
Anderson.
Anthony.
We'll see you tomorrood. Matt's going to be in a much better mood.
MG.
For now, peace.